Agent Froggy, hey. Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a bit. Yes, it is an evening stream. I was gonna stream this morning, and then, as you all know... Oh, I haven't even got the main screen on. Hang on. As you all know, or you might not know, also the shit behind me is a total mess. Ignore that. Pretend it doesn't exist. Okay. I was gonna do a morning stream, but then I'm getting renovations and you thought of me, and so you decided to delay it. That is unfortunately not how it went down. How it went down is my builder said, oh, we're gonna send an electrician out tomorrow morning, and I am not going to stream while there is a person working on my house. So no morning streams, no YouTube chat. I'm ignoring them. Hang on a minute, let me fix that. There's no one there anyway, that's fine. Big teddy bear, yes, that is a prop from a baby shower that my wife did most of the work, that we did for my sister-in-law. I'm trying to get the words right. It was like a balloon display, and it involved that bear. And now it is in this room because the other room is being worked on. Deciding to stream the day I was finally going to stream after a month. You can stream. I won't watch you. Someone else might, though. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So, fast travel and saving locations. So, one of the biggest issues with the saving locations that we've been having is that, well, it looks like trash. So this is sort of the save station, as I call it. Basically, when your character goes and walks over this, you get a prompt and you can press up and the game saves, right? And your health is restored and the enemies all come back, just like a regular Dark Souls. Okay? That's fine, but it doesn't really look like a place where you might save your game. It's just it almost looks like a door. In fact, it is. Now, the idea behind this is like, it's a sci-fi world. And the whole idea of the respawn is going to be that you're being like regenerated. You're like being made as a copy to like come back out. Your old self is actually dead and you're just back, reanimated, or like atomically restored, I think is the right word. So that is what this is supposed to represent. It looks like trash. We're setting up the fast travel, and it kind of like, it's kind of hard to visualize what this menu is going to look like without it being, you know, something more, right? And so I decided, while this person was working in my house, rather than streaming, I was just doing some art, because that's what, I mean, I can't do anything else really. So I started working on this concept. And let me bring it over here. I haven't saved it. That's scary. Just left this open all day. Okay. Oh, that doesn't look right. There's the full base. Okay, so this is what I came up with. It's a little bit more involved. I have no idea where the player is in this context. Control C. I can't see my keyboard. Bring him in. Okay, so that's where you would stand. But we're gonna have to look into like how we can get these animations to work as well. I'm thinking that we just make the main player disappear and have the animations for the player just be carried out by this. Like, they're just hard-coded animations, and it's like whatever. Like, the main player character is invisible in these moments or whatever. So the whole thing is like, imagine the player isn't there for a second, and this green slime is going to come up, and I've got some like stuff over there. Just ignore that. Focus on this. And the green slime is going to come in, and you can sort of start to see behind the glass, like something forming, right? And then the player comes back because it's behind the slime, and then it sort of like turns into the player, and you can start to see it take form here, and then eventually it is the player, and the slime goes away. It's still running down the helmet, and the glass slides up. Right, and then the player can move around and do whatever they want. So that is what I've come up with. I don't know about these controls here. They're a little bit like childish. There's like a big lever button here and stuff like that. I don't have a lot of pixels to work with. It's kind of hard. So that is what we're doing. And also, like, I've got everything broken down into like parts so we can edit them individually if we want to. So that is what we've got. And now I just need to, I'd say like, I feel like we're good enough. I got to edit the slime leaving the container, right? I've got another pipe here that just goes down, and these will just go into the floor. I don't think that's too much of an issue. And then like I see, as it's draining, I want the green to come out of this lower one here. But I have to do glass, I think. Because the glass is a special material as well. I don't know how that's going to work with exporting this as an animation to Godot. I'd like to see how that looks. And then there's a couple of things we have to clean up. Like obviously the canvas size is way too big. Just stuff like that. What thing is this on? The atomizer? Get rid of that. Okay. So yes, glass. Do we do glass? I'll finish this off and then maybe we can just bring it into the game and see how it looks. And then yeah, we can look at taking some animations for the player. Hello, Garrick, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Did you have a good day? And then, yeah. Oh, the slime's turned off. I was like, why does it look like this? That's good. I'm glad to hear it. And there's also like a bunch. How am I? I'm good. We're working on this animation and I'm trying to think of what to do next. I have to add this glass down here. So yeah, there's no glass. The glass is set up as a luminosity, so it makes things look a little different. So like you can tell, like when the player's behind it, how he looks like a little bit shiny, and then when it opens up, he goes back to being like regular color. Yeah, something like that. We will. So yeah, we need to see, we've got glass here. We need to like fill this in for the rest of the, because the problem is now that I've drawn out all the layers, like in order to add more, it's kind of annoying. So I just need to like literally paste this in. I placed it on the wrong layer, no doubt. Just lock everything off except for the one that I'm trying to work on. I find that's the safest way to do these kind of things. And then just like grab both of those if I added that in, and then I need to add it into every single layer. And I have to do it with the mouse. I'm sure there's a faster way to do this. So yeah, this worked fine for me this morning. I don't know why it wouldn't behave this way now. I think I'm fat fingering it because when I put the microphone in front of me, I can't see the keyboard. So I'm a bit of a boomer. I look down sometimes. Control V. Just keep my fingers on it. Click. Control V. Paste that in every single layer. I'm sure there's a faster way. I don't even think the glass does anything. So like realistically, except for when it goes up and down, I could have just, I don't know if there's like a way that you can highlight every single layer. See, this is where the glass starts changing because it goes up, but like this bit over here doesn't. It should be on a separate layer. And then I could just copy and paste the entire thing. And that's not even like a finished layer. I guess, no, it's just open. Right, okay, so we can bring back the slime, right? So this is the thing with the slime. It goes up. Also, I don't know if it's going to remain green. Right now it's green because like slime, but like, you know. So yep, comes down, player is formed, and here this is the first frame, it's full. Next frame, it's empty, so it's going to start coming out of this. What brightness level do we have here? We don't want it to be too bright, so it's a little bit too bright. That's the main color. We'll just start with that and then we'll start pushing it out. So we need the glass turned on so we can actually see where it's supposed to go. It's not super complicated because there's not a lot of it to go down, but like there, and then there's bits blocking this, so that's fine. And then next frame, we fill it out a little bit more. Honestly, there's really not that much to see here. It's just a nice little touch, you know what I'm saying? I just thought it'd be cool to see where it went afterwards. Like someone might have that thought and I'm answering the question. It gets drained out the back. So yeah, that's... And then it's fully full. There's not much to do here at this point. Copy and paste for a couple of frames until it ends. That one. That one. I suppose here we can start like making it look like it's coming out of the drain. Like this. This is basically the second to last frame, right? So this one here. Even this one here. Let's just go here. And have it like, do like a half. Like this. I don't need onion layers, eh? Oh, it's a bit hard to see. Turn off the glass. Probably even less, to be honest. And then here we can just go 1, 2, 3, and then it's done. Okay. Very subtle, but it's there. And we can add like little bits of color to that to make it look like it's moving. It's not going to be that visible, to be honest. Let's turn off the glass so we can actually see it. Grab another color. So this is the first frame. We can just add like... You just have to follow it through. So basically you say like this frame here, you've got one up there and then just push it like here. And then you've got a bottom one. So have that here, have that there. And then maybe let's do 2 the next one. And then, okay, so for this one, we're going to go this one down to here. And then this one, let's go here. And then these two, let's say here and here. Next one. Okay, so that one's gone. These two are gone. Let's just go here. And I don't want to do the same position as last time because you end up with, and here, well, let's do one in the center. Just make it different every time. Okay, so the next one goes there. And then this goes, let's do this. Man, it feels like a lot of frames when you're doing this. Do a 3. Do a 3. Where was this? Okay. Have that go there. Have that go. That feels wrong. Oh well. I don't want it to go in the same spot, so I'll do that, and then that, and then that, and then that, and then this, and then this. How does that look? Does it look bad? Turn off onion. Ah, this looks alright. Does it look like does it look like it's draining? It's a little bit jerky around this bit, like with the body and stuff. It's cool. We're down. Okay, nice. All right. Why is the station visible? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. It's barely visible once you bring in the rest of the layers. It's just to answer that question. You know. See it training out. Okay, these are separate animations as well, so okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, other than that, we just need like the approach, right? Which is going to be pretty tricky because I need to work with sort of the game engine and that, because the player is locked. It's the lock scene. The player is not necessarily going to be, and first of all, it's going to need to be like, because here's the thing, right? In order for the re-atomize thing to work, right? So the player's inside it. It needs to be like within a select layer of this animation. And in the game, the player is mostly drawn on top of everything. So like, why are we moving this around like this? So the player is pretty much on top most of the time, which means it's like over here and everything is drawn behind the player. The player is always in the front, in the foreground of like any kind of element within the game unless I specifically, I haven't even got to that point. Yeah, we haven't done foreground elements. Watching you make games, your game makes me want to learn game dev. Hell yeah, dude. It's very, very achievable these days. There's tons of resources. You've got brackies who can teach you the most basic thing if you've never like programmed before. Or you can get like more advanced stuff like I do, which teaches you how to like do really cool shit with the with the game engine that I use. Why do I keep moving these at the same time? Dude. Okay, so yeah, so he comes along, and if he's here and he's above everything, like obviously we can't see him here. Why can't we see him? Is this like, does it actually need to be at the bottom to be in front of everything in flippity flip? Okay, it's just not visible. I don't know why. Where is the player here? Okay. Stop moving things. He's just not visible. Okay. Where would he be visible in this layer? The player's just disappeared now. I don't know what I did to it. Okay, there's just no player. I just deleted everything. Where the hell? Oh. Wait, hold. There he is. I found him. Oh my god, did I just move him for like every single thing? So stupid. We kind of need him. We need him in place for this reatomize animation, which is quite long. He does need to be standing in position that lines up with the blue, the green. Like he's in the wrong layer now. This is what I was trying to explain before when we lost him. If he's on top of everything, this ain't gonna look right. Okay? So, drag him down below the slime, and this is where he's supposed to be, right? Where you see like you've got the green outline and it just sort of goes, and it's actually like interacting with his helmet. There's even a splash that hits him on the head. It's very subtle, but it's there, right? So we need to make sure that this happens on the right layer, which means we probably need to put the player in this hard-coded into this animation and then make the actual player visible. So I think we're going to work on that and how that is sort of going to interact with everything. Where is he? Get over here. And it's like you say by this frame, you swap the player. Like you say the player's at this position and disable input control. And then once you're ready, you swap them over. And then hopefully it's going to look pretty normal. Do you buy slime in bulk? I get it from Dreamworld, actually. Do they still do that at Dreamworld? I don't know. There's a theme park in my city that does the Nickelodeon slime stuff. Okay. This facility is about as safe as Dreamworld too, if you get my drift. I actually might get sued if I say that. No, this place is super safe. And Dreamworld is super safe too. I'm just noticing a pixel out of place here. Burn, yeah. This one here, what is that? That's the glass? Get out of here. And again. Also, I've got some uneven pixels on the side of this as well. I'm noticing that on the atomizer. Although this might just be like too much in detail. There's like an odd pixel. There should be one, I guess. Actually, you know what? They're like completely out of place with each other. They don't line up at all. I mean, they do line up. They're like opposites, but yes, whatever. I'm just gonna. Ugh. So annoying. Should I just erase that one? Nah, it's staying for now. I need to think about how this is gonna like hand off basically between these two things. So if we export this out and start putting the animation into Godot, then we can start playing around with how this is actually going to like look in game. We don't have like the animation to put him into the game. We should just probably remove him from, you know what? Actually, don't remove him from this particular animation. Just put him back in place because this will be the fill animation, right? So if you're going to regenerate your health, you are going to enter in first, right? Sometimes A-Sprite really pisses me off. Layer is locked. I'm not trying to move that layer. I want to move the unlocked layer. God damn it. Can we move the player? Thank you. And is this in the same place as the open? And it is. Okay, good. Jesus. Okay, so he's just going to be in this position getting like slimed up. There's going to need to be separate animations for like the different things that happen. Basically, you could choose just to heal yourself, and that means you would enter in and this would bloop, fill you up, and then you could die. It would probably start from this position, but you'd want it to like sort of show this because it's kind of cool. So you'd want the whole thing, but you wouldn't want the player there, right? Because he's dead and he's being reformed. And then there's also the fast travel, which we could pretty much use this, but then the player is not there anymore when it disappears because your being is being moved through these pipes, you know? And then when you start again, it's going to show this one, but you're not going to be there standing there, right? So there's a bunch of different variations that we need to create. We'll get to all that. What I just want to focus on right now is the idea of like letting the player just disappear. So there's going to need to be also like it needs to be open. You know what I need? I need this in reverse. I guess I can just do it backwards without the player. If I bring in the player as a separate element in the game engine, it'll probably be easier for me to animate. Except for the fact that I'm just thinking out loud here. Except for the fact that the player is animated in pieces, not in like a whole unit. So we probably also need like as a to-do, which I did start setting one up. We probably do need to have a version of the character that is just its animations and it's not like pieced, because right now it's all different pieces. There's a version of it that I can just animate in engine rather than having to do here, because that might be easier to do in engine than it is to do in A-Sprite. And we can get the layering right and everything, probably. Or even if we just got like, yeah, it's hard animated here, but like the actual him approaching the machine is in engine animation, but we're using like a sprite that isn't the player character because that's too hard. You can think of it as satirical, as a sacrificial puppet. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, let's just try and first work on the logic behind this, because there's going to be like some changes, because right now the save station, just when you press up, it like just reloads the level. That's all it does. So we are gonna have some work to do. Let's change the canvas size on this because it's way too tall. It's 64, I think. Let's go back down, and we'll have to make all the different variations. Canvas size is off this, I reckon 60. Oh, that's the width. How wide is it anyway? It's plus 16, plus 8. What's that? 72? No, 70. 80? It is 80. Yeah. Well, it's actually less than that because there's a little bit of space on the edge there, but whatever. And the height, I think, is 64. No? Okay, so it's 72 as well? Huh? Definitely not. No, yeah, it's just in the wrong spot. It needs to go down here. Oh, okay. Maybe I was right the first time. I just had it set up wrong. Oh, it's even smaller than that. 48? 32? No, it's not 32. Plus 8 is 40. Okay, I'm bad at maths. It's 44. Don't mind me. That's the canvas size now. Will it need to be a wider canvas to accommodate the player interacting with it? And all the animations? If we do them in an engine, I suppose it's not a big deal. Basically, I'm going to set the trigger point up to be like around here somewhere so that we sort of know roughly. There might be a little bit of like jerking the player around when they initially press the button. But like, other than that, probably not a big deal. I don't think. We'll see. Okay. So, yeah, well, let's just export as a sprite sheet. Ooh, it's a big one. Okay, sprite, split layers, split tags, I should say. I always like to split the tags because then it makes it easier to like keep track of which one you're on. And so you've got your open, you've got your fill. There is no close. That's what we were saying we needed to add right before I realized everything was a little bit cooked. Yeah, because there's no close. I guess you could just run that backwards in engine. Like that's fine. It just goes the same way. I'm gonna go. See you later. Nice. Have a good day. Enjoy your stream if you're streaming as well. Random person on this earth. I'll keep an eye out. Maybe you'll be live when I quit. If I've got people watching on Twitch, I'll stream. Sometimes Twitch is a bit quiet. Depends on the day, really. Okay. Let's export this output. I'm a streamer on YouTube. I could still direct them to you. I think that's still possible if you have it open. What's your YouTube handle? There's a redirect button. That's even more people. See, I can choose a specific redirect. Redirect allows you to keep viewers engaged across multiple events. Add a live stream or a premiere for people to watch after yours ends. And then I can search for anything. Look, I can send people to Pirate Software, which I have done in the past, but he's playing Path of Exile, so it's not. And also, like, does he even code on stream anymore? I haven't seen him. I haven't watched him since the scandals, really. I haven't watched him since the World of Warcraft debacle. Poor guy. I feel bad for him, but also like he kind of brought it on himself, so whatever. Anyway. Okay, save station. Let's send this a place. Probably make it easier if it's in environment placeholders. Assets, yeah. Let's choose a folder. Probably not environmental placeholders. Objects, maybe? There's a lot of stuff, eh? There's environment placeholders, I guess. Let's just go and create a new folder for the save station, because this is actually going to turn out to be like pretty complicated, I think. Like based on all the different kind of states that it can be in. All right. Also, I changed the shader. It's probably worse now. I gotta figure out how I can make the map look good. It does not look good right now. But that we'll come to that because for some reason I decided to do art today. Which is rare. It's a rare art moment for me. I don't normally like doing art. So here we are. Man, why weren't you at Godot? I just didn't have it in me to swim across the ocean to show up How was it, by the way? Did you have a good time? It was awesome. I just dropped the vlog. Oh, hell yeah. Can I react? Gee whiz. Videos? God, Godot Con. Dude, 27 minutes? Oh, 22 minutes. Damn, that's long. You react?
Good morning, guys.
Wait, what? Hang on a second. Let me just pause this for a second. I'm on the wrong browser. I have a complex web of browsers that I need to play from in order for the audio to be recorded. The background music does not get recorded.
I just woke up. It's 4 a.m. So don't mind how I look right now.
Did you have to travel far for this? I don't know much about like American geography. I know Godot Con was in Boston, which is like on the East Coast, I should say. I get confused because it's west of me. Pretty much always.
I gotta go finish packing up my backpack. I gotta get my clothes out of my
This is a wild shot, by the way.
And then I gotta like immediately hit the road to go pick up Cubel from the airport.
Oh, Cubel mentioned. I live on the East Coast. Boston's on the East Coast. Okay, so it's not too bad for you. I mean, America's still a really big country. Like, I live on the East Coast and Sydney is on the East Coast. It would take me a day to get there by car. Take me 9 hours to drive that distance. But yeah, I get ya. Is Cubel... Is he from Canada land?
6.5 hour drive. So hopefully that's what it is. I don't know how traffic's gonna be.
Oh, you just said it there. I just totally missed that. You said 6.5 hour drive.
It said it was a 6.5 hour drive.
Okay.
So hopefully that's
damn, that's far.
I don't know how traffic's gonna be. But yeah. So beyond the cat and beyond the clothes, this is what I'm gonna be bringing. Just my selfie stick thing that I bought yesterday. So I want to look like a stereotypical influencer.
You look like a stream. You need to get like the full rig thing, like the thing that people hold. I've seen them on like live streams where it's like a big handle and it's got like the big light on it with the DSLR camera in front.
But it is pretty cool. I also got this
the dongle.
I have a USB stick plugged into it right now. This is to get files off of my phone and onto my computer.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty handy. Got my computer, charger, mouse, phone charger, and I also got a bigger tripod, just in case. This folds
cat
up.
tax, yeah.
I gotta fold it up. But yeah.
What a cutie.
Got a shower and got dressed. Got my backpack all packed up. Gotta head to the gas station now to put a second mortgage worth of gas in.
Oh, dude, is it getting expensive? It is. I drove past a petrol station, as we call them in Australia, and it was $1. Where's Petrol Spy? Petrol Spy. It was $1.80, I think. Let's just go Brisbane so I don't dox myself. So that's how much it is here where I kind of live. $1.91 or $1.79, but like I have a car that takes 98, so it's more expensive. God damn. 206. So what's that in USD and then in gallons? That's actually like a tough conversion. So USD to AUD, right? Like it's $1.43. So what did I say? 209 for my car? It's that's the wrong way around. 209, $1.46 USD per liter, gallon to liter, because you guys like to use some strange sort of stuff. So that's 3.78. Hang on a second, calculator. 3.78 multiplied by $1.46. is $5.51 per gallon in my city right now.
That's way too much money.
I don't understand this. You put 11 liters in, it cost you $50. You put 11 gallons in. Damn, it's got a big car. Do you have a big car? You be driving. 18 gallons. I still don't know how much that is.
Man, I am starving, so I'm gonna go pull off.
Okay, it's about the same as mine, so it's not too bad.
It took a while to find some because I've been in the mountains, so there aren't many restaurants.
I suppose mine would be like 16
But I
gallons.
saw on the exit
Yes,
sign
16.
Here, Perkins, which is a great breakfast place, and also McDonald's. But I think I'm gonna get Perkins if I have time.
No, I've never. Oh, you were just saying that it's kind of a struggle. Like, I've never been to America, but like in Europe, I've driven around a lot of. Oh, well, I've driven around a couple of countries in Europe, and especially in Italy, I would say, like when you're on the main highway, like getting food is actually peak. Like you get to stop at these like stations that go across the highway. Like you can park and then walk over these bridges and stuff like that. It's like a whole thing. And you can only get on them when you're in the highway. But in Australia, it's kind of hard, especially when you're like going long distances. There's not many places to stop, depending on where you are. And you were just saying it's hard as well.
Quick update: I ended up getting Subway because it
Eat
was
fresh.
like the quickest option, and also kind of healthier than McDonald's. So
Eat fresh.
I'm gonna go eat that and get back on the road.
Also, I should like drop this in the chat, eh?
Yo, we're in Boston now. We've been in Boston for a couple hours. Sorry for taking so long to start the vlog. It was kind of frantic when we first got here. We had to figure out a lot.
We just got to the Airbnb, so we're gonna
Wait, height check. Who's taller?
So we got to the Airbnb. I'm gonna flip the camera.
Oh yeah. Dude, Cubal's looking strong, dude. What the hell?
Gonna give us a tour of the Airbnb. We haven't been in it yet, totally.
Yeah, it's the first time seeing it.
First time ever seeing it.
So first of all, you'll notice that you get instant bad luck when you walk in the door.
Immediate bad
Underneath
luck.
the ladder. Jesus.
And Cubal's done it like 10 times now. I mean, it's actually his first time.
Oh, dude, it's so tiny.
Like a hobbit cave. That's crazy.
Is it expensive? I hope not. Dude, he barely fits.
Yo, whose bag is that?
Oh crap!
Wow.
I think someone's actually staying in here.
Wait, someone's actually staying in here?
Third feature
crazy.
reveal?
Wait.
We haven't been in here yet.
We haven't been in here at all. No. Yo, there's a bag in here too.
Hey, yo.
Yo. And this light's on.
That's so funny.
Yes, we got bed number 1.
Yep, we're sharing it.
And then this is for the bags.
Yep, this is for the
Yeah.
bags.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Dude, that is yeah,
And then
that's
this is our
that is an
hallway.
Airbnb.
Not creepy
Dude, is
at all.
that safe?
This staircase leads to nowhere. And then back here, there's actually no light back here at all. So we have to shower in the dark.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's kind of a vibe.
Yeah, it's kind of a vibe. So yeah, you can't see anything in
I
here.
hope the place
This
doesn't
is
catch
the
on
shower.
fire. Holy shit.
That's the bathroom. So, oh, there he is. He found the light. That's cool. I didn't know there was light, you know? And then,
This is the one that gets hot?
that's the one that gets really hot. Actually, I don't know.
Maybe we should keep that one off.
Yeah, we should keep that one, like, only on, because it's, really cold in here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look,
So it's like 70
look how sweaty he is from the cold.
But the most important part, we got our own mini fridge.
Shower in the dark, game
Yo, and
content
it
right
came with
there, yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Oh wait,
You just need a couple of tuis, a couple of beers, you know?
We got,
we got a little Brita.
we got a little Brito, yo.
And
It's empty.
that'd just be me in my 20s. Basically.
Yeah, I don't trust it. I think it's got like mold in it.
I think we should get.
Yeah, I think we should go get our own water.
I agree.
So we're gonna go to the grocery store now because we don't have any groceries, and we just spent $20 on a sandwich.
Meat sandwich.
It was really bad, and it came with like crappy soup too. But yeah,
Yeah, Well, I guess we'll vlog the store part.
We'll vlog to the store. We'll vlog like walking to the store. I don't know. Yeah. He's trying to figure out the thermostat right now. The little. We have a singular AC unit that for the entire place.
Whoever sleeping there is at least going to be cool.
Yeah. We'll just like snuggle really closely in the bed.
It's gonna get down to 60 tonight, so we should be okay.
It's gonna get down to 60 hours. Yeah, that sounds about right. It was colder last night.
So we're heading to a place called Star Market to get groceries. There was a Whole Foods, but that's probably gonna be really overpriced. And we don't have any money.
My phone's about to die, so I got the goofy
Oh, you got the charger.
Phone charger bank
Yeah.
that he didn't charge before the trip for some reason.
So we'll see how it works.
Yeah. Maybe they have more at Star Market.
Oh, you got to plug it in
More charge.
when you're driving. Get that little
it's Star.
thing that plugs
Star's
into
gonna
your
charge.
cigarettes
Yeah.
charger.
We see
I don't know
it.
what you call it.
We see Star Mart. It's got a star in it. It's pretty telling. I wonder if they have frozen burritos there because we don't have anything to cook eggs on because we were planning on getting like ramen and eggs, but we don't have a stove. So
We gotta buy like forks, plates, maybe an oven.
An oven?
buy an oven. Just buy an
Like a
oven, yeah.
microwave? I've done that
Buy a
before.
washing
Not
machine,
not a
yeah,
not an
wash
oven,
clothes.
but I've bought like a. Oh, when I did a road trip, I took a microwave with me.
Yeah. Probably buy a new car.
It's actually, like,
because like mine's a
pretty
little
good.
banged up.
Like hack,
You know,
life hack.
Yours too. So like,
Just
Yeah.
for the weekend.
yeah, he doesn't have a car with him, so like we gotta go figure that out. This is huge. I wonder if we're allowed to film in here.
Whatever.
I didn't even think about that.
I don't like to film in public, so I wouldn't be filming. You're braver than me.
No, let's get the diarrhea virus together. Let's go share the really dark bathroom together. We should go back. Yeah, we should go now. Let's get the Let me see.
Bananas.
Inspect those and analyze. Yeah, they look pretty yellow. Pretty good. Yeah. That's a lot of bananas. Six, seven bananas. Should we buy a pineapple?
Yeah, put it upside down on the front of the door. See who comes in.
We're still trying to find ramen. I think we found ramen. Put that shit in the car. We should get like the little cup ones, little tiny like you know.
6 for 2.
Yeah. $2 is not cheap, actually.
Here we go. Bring. This is what I'm talking about right here.
Jug. Oh, it's only $4.
Exactly. We've got like 2 of those and we'll be set.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll carry one. You carry one.
Yeah.
Update, we're switching to a
Stay
car,
stay
so
safe with the
stuff.
water.
Which we got to be thinking about this as we're hauling this stuff back to the
That place
house,
looked like really
a little
bad.
bit. So we'll be fine. Okay, what Matilda looking ass meals do we gotta get? Gotta bulk up. Gotta look nice and plump and breathable for the Godot con. Oh yeah.
Wait, isn't Bitlit gonna bark at you right now?
Billick did say he was gonna bark. I'm surprised you remembered that. So we're back now from walking 40 minutes with
Another
10 gallons
fits.
of water and all of our groceries. So there's one of the 5-gallon jugs. Got some bread, paper plates.
Oh, well, I guess you said the
utensils,
staircase doesn't
ramen,
go anywhere, so that makes sense.
More ramen.
I was like, what the hell?
Bananas. Got some more monster, and then
That's the only thing you
some
need, really.
sandwiches, and then more water, and we got some frozen meals in there, but it's gonna fall if we open that right now, so we'll open it later. Joseph is really sweaty. Just found another weird thing about this place. On the back of the Toshiba
Apocalypse
TV, there's like a
prep.
bag of sand.
Hello. Moist Face Zero. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. I missed it the other day. Welcome, welcome. Yes, we are watching GWiz go to GodotCon. GWiz and Cubal.
I don't like sand.
I don't know what this is for. It's
And we got some AI viewer advertisers.
Well, at least
Get
we got
outta
a
here.
Nice Toshiba TV. Don't know how to turn it on though.
Big fan of the videos.
So we
Hell
just got
yeah.
randomly invited to this Godot Boston group. Well, Cubal did, but I'm gonna go because he's saying that he has me with him. I'm like his pet or something. I don't know. It'd be so funny if you said like I'm bringing Jiwas and he's like, oh okay, you can't come actually. Bunch of Godot people, bunch of freaking nerds, bunch of nerds.
The who's who.
So we just bought a bunch of groceries, but we have this entire spread available for us for free because we're famous. That's awesome.
That's actually so sick. I'd go crazy.
So yeah, so we're here with Jay. He's part of the Surf's Up server, and my boy Mark. That's pretty cool. We're really bad at vlogging, and we've been here for like hours, and we forgot to vlog like most of it because we.
I think you're doing all right. Like in terms of pacing and all that kind of stuff, it feels
so yeah
like normal.
We're walking back now from that dinner event thing that we got invited to.
It's very 2010, like the style for sure.
A lot of other Godot creators and other stuff were there.
Takes me back to the
free food. They gave us a lot of free food, and we ate all of it.
What was that guy that used to work with Philip DeFranco? I forget his name. He went crazy.
So,
The food was great. We will be back.
we'll be back for the food, and that's the only reason. I don't really care about anyone else there. I care about the free burgers because they were really good. We just found this on the side of the road, and we're gonna bring it back to the Airbnb for a desk.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh my
You're
god.
gonna live with me now.
Dawn of the first day.
Is it melted? Okay. So our fridge broke, but just the fridge part. So the freezer still works. So we had to put all of our deli meat and cheese inside the freezer, and now we're like working on thawing it with the microwave. And we just made the first successful sandwich. It took like 30 minutes. To
Dude,
de-thaw
living
the ham and
rough.
cheese.
Still like a little frozen in the middle, but that's alright.
We're living like Alaskan cave.
I mean, it's not like you'll die because it was frozen anyway and it's pre-cooked, so you're all good.
Pretty good. All right.
All right, we're off to the Godot Con at the Microsoft Nerd Center, day one.
Oh, it's nice to see vlogs from people who don't normally do them. Yeah, it's fun.
There.
Plus, I can't go to these events. I'm way too far away. So like to be able to like go and see what everyone did is really fun.
All right, I think we're here.
Looks fancy.
Look, it's a PS4 building.
Which one? Which direction floor are we? We're gonna go like diagonal.
Very office
There's
building.
no buttons in the elevator. You have to select it before you get in the elevator.
Back at my old job, like you had to like press, yeah, there was a panel at the front and you could only select your floor. It's like the biggest building in the city, and like you go and you had your card and you like scan, press, and then only basically everything will go red except for the letters that numbers that you can go to, and then you can select which one. So we were on 14, 15, and I could go to either one, but I was on 15. And then like I remember when I went for an interview there, like I literally had to call the person I was interviewing with and be like, you have to come down and get me. I don't know how to operate this elevator. Also, I don't think I could have gotten up there anyway. I don't know why they didn't come and retrieve me.
How many engineers does it take to figure out an elevator?
Maybe they should put this over there.
They should put it like everywhere.
That's cool art though.
So we got our lanyards. They spelled my name really weirdly. That's not how you say G-Wiz at all. It's not how
Name
you say
reveal.
G-Wiz. Yeah, it's not at all. They also they spelled Cubo really weirdly, and yeah. So we got a poster. We got a bunch of free stuff.
We got this.
That's so awesome.
There's a bunch of games on it, so we'll have to put out games on your
Oh,
phone.
really?
I think this is probably just
So
a schedule.
I guess I'm gonna find out. I'm like, how'd you do your jam?
That tells us where the bathroom is.
Oh yeah, we got the schedule in here.
Got some functions.
And W4 games.
W
W.
4 times.
What else we got?
This guy.
4 W's.
Machine Party.
It's an advertisement?
I don't know what that is.
I wonder how we get our game like in there.
Hey, hi, me, G-Wiz here, in the editor. Wishlist Pizza Man right now.
Go wish pizza. Oh, is it
Okay,
on?
thank you, bye.
Dude, it's on Steam. Let's go wish list it. It's there. Hang on, let me go find it. For mine's not linked to my browser, so I'm gonna go to Pizza Man. Wait, am I still in the game? Is that a leak? Pizza Man? Oh, there's so many Pizza Mans. Okay. There are 2 Pizza Mans, but I recognize it because it looks like this. Wait, it's me. Add to my wish list. Hell yeah. And then I can copy the link and paste it into the chat. Dude, I look
You probably have to pay a lot of
funky.
money. Should do next time. Cool. Yeah, get some. I want to get some water or something, but yeah. Can I show your shirt in my vlog?
Oh, yeah,
That's amazing.
Where'd you live, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. We're now sitting waiting for the keynotes to start.
Yeah, I think so. You get like a goodie package.
Bit like, hell yeah.
Hi.
Let's go gambling! Oh dang it! Oh dang it!
Oh, that's cool.
Got games.
Just convenient. Oh, I like that guy. I watch his streams.
What game do we have over here? Letter Engineer.
Yeah, so Letter Engineer is a physics puzzle word game. You make crosswords like you would in Scrabble or like bananagrams, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
become like physics objects that you use to get a ball over to a flag. So early levels, you'll be making things like bridges. Later, you get
Final boss reveal?
things
Maybe.
like
Maybe I am a
letters
boss. I don't
that
know.
let you make hammers or like engines that let you make rocket ships or cars and things like that. So yeah, check it out on Edge.
Super cool. I just looked at it. I saw it yesterday. Looked really cool.
I'm so bad at this kind of game. It'd be nice. I reckon it'd be really fun to be good at it, but I'm not. I'm bad at word games.
Hello, Mark. I would love to see the booth. I actually only saw recently that you're gonna have a booth here.
Yeah, check this out. He made his own launcher for games.
I showed him the other night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. The Godot
On
launcher.
the laptop. So we have a custom games launcher. And Surf's Up. I was really enjoying this Ginkgo game.
Get a goal. The first goal is 30. And then it just scales and gets ridiculous from there.
Get that goal.
As of now, I spent about 6 hours.
There's Mark's info card.
Mark makes
pretty cool
games.
guy.
I get that right,
That guy,
actually.
pretty cool. He makes lots of cool games. And he's doing a talk later, so we'll be at that. Over here we have Pickleball Violence, Violent Pickleball Man.
Yes.
That's probably me when I'm that age.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. I was one of the artists that worked on this game. This is Pickleball Violence. You play as Bert, who is full of rage and hatred and plays pickleball against children, old people, cops, and nurses.
I would love to destroy.
That sounds like fun.
Pickleball. Yes.
You can.
Yeah.
I've not played pickleball. I'm assuming it's this very similar to tennis.
Love rhythm games. So, yeah, like
But a smaller court, right?
Or
Yes, one of our members did the sound. All our games, all the members did the art, sound, and everything. We're a club, Brown RISD game developers. The RISD students do the art, the Brown students do the programming, and whatever students want to do music, do music.
That's awesome.
whoever can do music.
Yeah, whoever's does game design.
That guy does game design.
I worked on modeling in that game and a lot of the character textures.
Yeah.
I also was art lead on this game.
This seems like so much fun.
Cool.
I wasn't able to go to like the games festival in Brisbane this year. I have to go next year. Or PAX, but that's far away, so.
But each person.
Oh, it's like a first person. I was picturing like Mario Tennis, but this is cool too. It's almost like a rhythm game. I think that would be me too if I went to hang out.
That I follow you. So this guy wrote the Bible? Mm-hmm. Okay, got it.
Yeah, he made a video.
Oh, that guy, yeah. Mrs. He's cool.
There we go. All right, so my name is Narayan. I also go by Mrs.
It's time for more food. That's what this entire vlog is gonna be. It's gonna be about food.
Just you eating.
And, well,
Nah,
that's what
dude.
Godot Con is. It's just food. It's Godot food.
Food.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the melt. There's way too many choices, and like the line works weird with the choices. You have to, like,
Wait,
go
it came
back.
with food?
Food time. We got a salad, which is yucky. Got a cookie, which is yummy. Got a sandwich, and it came with a fork.
Mrs. who introduced me to Godot. He's an OG in my book. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like one of the first. I remember like I'm trying to think like where I originally did, like I wasn't following, because like his tutorials are kind of like mine in the way that it's not for beginners, but like way back when I, like in 2018 when I was first trying to learn, I think I was watching, I don't know if 2018, maybe for sure I was watching his videos in 2020, like when he was working on whatever game he made with the people in the sand. That sounds like a great description. I own the game. I played it on stream. You can go back and look at my history. Raw Flesh. Yeah, that's it. So back when he was making that. But yeah. Yes. How many hours? 3.2. I finished it. It hasn't been updated since 2023. Probably doesn't need one. But yeah. Yeah. He's really cool. I haven't played any of his other games though. I should probably check him out. They did, like his other games are a little bit more like abstract, I guess. I don't know. They didn't appeal to me as much, but I should probably pay them some respect.
Sandwich.
Little USB dongles. That's all they are.
Yeah, just little USB dongles.
What? So you can swap out what goes there? Yeah. So this, or I can move the HDMI to the other side.
This way, hit it for me. The big issue with change scene to file is that it tears down the.
Okay, you're teaching how to use Blender.
Is Bitlick okay?
A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts.
Real.
It is kind of hard to see on camera, but it is.
Oh, it's raining.
Raining outside right now, so we're all waiting underneath this canopy right here. Mark's getting us an Uber. So shout out to him. I guess I have to buy him a beer or something to pay back that. So yeah. Guess what we're doing? That's right, getting more food, getting some Godot chicken. Day 2 of GodotCon. GodotCon. Wow, day 2. Last day.
Godot.
Yeah, I already showed that yesterday. PS4 building, but maybe we'll show it again today. Over here working on our games.
The Game Jam games.
Ben just reminded us that we haven't been vlogging too much, so we're putting them in the vlog. Yep. So yep, cool. Guess what? More free food.
Oh yeah.
So I'm with Colin here. He wrote drawable textures, like the feature.
Oh, the thing that you just made a tutorial on. Hell yeah.
I did a video on that a couple weeks ago when it released.
Nice.
So it's super cool to run into him.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. His Game Jam project here looks real cool.
Thank you. Yeah. Here's this dude.
Ace Roller, the goat.
Are you interviewing me right now?
Am I interviewing you right now? Am I interviewing you right now?
Dude,
It's very
what a fit. Damn, that's crazy.
dripped out.
But he's got to be like, the biggest name there, right? Well, I mean, Mrs. is as well, though. Like, that's crazy to have them both standing next to each other in the same room.
What do you want to say that's like, say something profound.
Something profound.
So Bitlytic's trying to set up his Dante's 9 station, and
JW broke his monitor.
JW broke the monitor. So
Rip.
But go wishlist Dante's 9, guys.
Oh, it's cool. Cool art.
Okay, now we're at demo night. We're at a Boston demo night. That's Justin. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. I see a fellow Hoka enjoyer.
Yeah, I have bad arches. So
Yeah,
here
yeah,
we are.
exactly. It's the same thing. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we got 3 Hokas. Hoka party. Oh.
These have almost 100 miles on them.
Wow.
100. How do you keep track of that?
Yeah, I just got these 2 like a couple days ago. Yeah, this is like my 3rd pair of these exact same ones. We're playing pool with Quebble, Bitlytic, and
Everyone's in there. I'm so bad at pool. I still have memories of being in like the church trying to play pool, but like getting schooled by the old dudes because that's what they used to do for fun. Go take the shot. Is he going for this one?
No. It's the easiest shot in the world.
Nah, because you're going to push the white one in. Don't do it. Make sure you put the underspin on it. How did he manage that?
Anyways, guys, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And don't forget to
Like and subscribe.
Thank you.
Oops, I clicked the political video. Escape, escape, escape. Hell yeah, that was awesome. It would have been fun. It's too bad that I live a million miles away. Yeah, one day, if it's in Europe, I think I could do it. It's like further, technically. Actually, I guess if it's in America on the West Coast, I mean, on the East Coast, then it's like really far as well. It's probably like an equal amount of distance to Europe. It's a long way. We need the save station. Hey, Chaff, huge fan of yours. Found you from the 3D controller series. Hell yeah, dude. One day I'll make more in-depth tutorials. One day. But right now we're making a slime machine for our character. Damn, that's like a lot more. Do I even have an animation player, dude? What for? Okay, H streams, that's 3. Oh no. Worry about that in a second. Wait, how many frames? Count them out, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? 13 frames. That feels right. That's 3. Cool. Okay, so we need a couple of animations. We've just got like a reset, show interact icon. Okay, so let's create, this will just need to be like, there's like an entire component that I've created at this point to show the interaction. So it might not be, I need to look at that, but we'll ignore that for now and just make a new one. Move the area 2D. It's going to be like around here, I guess. And then what we'll do is we'll find out which one of these is just empty with him not on it. Is that if there is there even in a 1? I really need to. These are the same. I should just delete the player from this one, and then we can actually practice like the handoff. Save and then export. Sprite sheet, export. Okay, wait for that to come back. And then find out whatever that one is. Save point. Be like the very last frame, right? 1 frame 2. Wait, 1. That one there, but it didn't export. It didn't re-import, so you export out the sprite sheet. Which one? Well, oh, because it's not in a group. Make it a part of that group. Export as sprite sheet. So it should be the very last frame. Actually, that's not true. It won't be the last frame, but it'll be the last frame on this coordinate, which is that one there. Cool. Wait, so that's what it should just look like idle. And yeah, it's, I don't know, it's a lot bigger. Bring this down so we can see where it's supposed to sit. You know, they added all these lines and stuff, and I still make mistakes. That's too tall. Or is the save point need to be shifted up? Really easiest thing for me to do, since I gather that probably lines up with where it used to be. And so, yeah, let's just move the area 2D just to be, since we are like, we're not going to really have him go in and out and stuff like that. Make it actually pretty small. So you have to be like in there for now. Obviously this doesn't make any sense from like a gameplay perspective, but you have to be like there. Anyway. So yeah, this, we need a new animation. So like, we'll just say, not in, we'll just call it idle, whatever. And it'll be like this frame here. Right. And there'll be a new one, and it will be close with player. And this is actually going to be this backwards, so we'll see. Let's see how this goes. Don't create a reset track, please. And what's the step through here? We don't want 30 FPS. That's too many FPSs. We don't have that many frames, so we'll change our snapping to 0.1. And we'll just step backwards through these, right? So 31, what's that going to do? Yeah, the screen comes down. Yeah, that's correct. Dude, I'm already tripping out. This is going to be tough. 31, 32, 31, 30. We're going to count down together. 30, 29, because it goes up every time I do that, so I need to go down too. That's how we're going to remember. Down 2. Down 2. And that's it. Because then... Cool art. What's the game about? It is a Metroidvania. So this is our save station. It's basically going to be your bench in Silksong. And it's not going to be like Silksong, that's for sure. What we are doing in canon is we are literally liquefying ourselves and breaking ourselves down to the atom and then rebuilding ourselves. And that's how we heal. We're literally killing ourselves. And so when you die, basically what I'm saying is happening is, you know, because you've got like the Dark Souls kind of mechanics where you have to go back to your old body. I haven't implemented them yet. How can we trust that we come back completely the same? We do not. I might even explicitly put a little bit of lore there. It is not you. It is a version of you. But like the world has become like, this is far future, right? So the world is like so messed up that, you know, the corporation that is running this scientific facility doesn't want to implement any kind of safety controls, and it's cheaper for them to do this. And so if you die on an experiment, guess what? You just get regenerated and you're sent straight back to work. Now, our guy here, he's been sent to sort of shut down, well, not shut down, but like there's been an accident and there are things coming out of somewhere just threatening to destroy the world. You know, classic sci-fi. You know, not too different from Half-Life, I guess, now that I think about it. And basically, when you lose, when you die, you're going to just come back to this and you got to go back to your body. I don't know if it's going to be like cash collection. It's been Half-Life this entire time. It's always Half-Life when you think about it. I mean, it's a little bit different as we're not the ones that like sort of did it. And we're almost, actually, you know what? It's kind of like we're the guys going in to kill Gordon Freeman in Half-Life, actually, now that I think about it. Can I use animated sprite 2D? Yeah, I could. But I'm not gonna, because that's limiting. So you get sort of a limitation in what you can and can't do. And I much prefer, look, there's a little bit of green that comes up there, that's all right. So that will be that. Hunt down the Freeman too, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so that's fine. It's not too quick or anything. What up, Chaff? Hey, Ben! Let's see seeing you here in this chat. welcome. How's life? Okay. So yeah, that closes, that's fine. And then what are we gonna do? We need more, we need more. So, we need, probably, I call it liquefy with player. I need one that's empty too. I haven't made that yet. And so this probably is the first one, right? I think it is the first one. Yeah, it is. So that's the first frame. So we can just step through these as normal. Living the dream. Playing Outriders with Sam. Check the link. Looks sick. You can't share links on YouTube chat, in case you were wondering. But yeah. You can send it on Discord. I don't know if we have each other on Discord. You can send it on Facebook Messenger. I'm not signed in right now though. But I can sign in. I am now signed in, but I have to be careful because I don't want to dox myself. I mean, it's not that... to be fair, I dox myself every time I post a video, but... You know... Try not to. Not intentionally. Okay, so that's it filling up. And then... We need a new... animation, which is... Mr. Chaff, CG Games, the 4th. We need, what do we need? What do we need here? It needs to be the other way. So when it's finished, it's going to go, the completion. Making these types of games gets hard when it comes to doing sound effects. How do you do the retro sound effects? I'm glad you asked. Well, I use something called Reaper. Now, people will use different things, and it really depends. I need to call this something. What are we going to call this before I forget? Liquefy Finish. And it really depends on who you are. Now, I haven't paid for the license in a couple of years, so I have to rebuy it. But fortunately for me, Reaper is very nice with their licensing, so I can click that still evaluating button and it's not going to do anything to me. So highly recommend it as a digital audio workstation if you do want to get more deep into the sound. Otherwise, Audacity is fine. Now, this is a song I have been working on. I don't know how this is going to sound, so prepare your ears. Sometimes Reaper does not like not being the exclusive sound using object. And right now we've got OBS open. So this could go good or bad. If I can press the right buttons. Sounds all right to me. And this is obviously not sound effects. This is an actual song that I've been trying to write. A bit loud. There you go. Fixed it. Yeah, it's blasting it like. And so eventually we'll put that in, but what I use is Soroboy. What I've been using is Soroboy. I gotta check the license on this thing. I actually don't know. So it's really easy if I want to create a sound effect, because we are making like a Game Boy SNES. Actually, probably closer to NES style. It's really 8-bit. There's not a lot going on. It's actually pretty good. Thank you. If you know, once upon a time, I used to do music at a much more serious level. But it reminds me of Syriac tracks. I don't know what that is, but I'll take it. It's very different from writing like pop music. I'll tell you that much. And so it is a learning curve for sure, but like the fundamentals are still there. So, you know, we're okay. That one's a bit questionable. I'm sort of just vibing out. So I don't even know if I'm choosing the right notes. I have to review it because like mathematically there are notes you shouldn't use. Anyway, besides the point. So we choose Soroboy here. Hold up. Almost knocked over my light. Oh, I smacked the microphone on the way down. Anyway, something like this is really good to have. So you can play and like use this for notes and stuff. It makes it a lot easier than using your keyboard. And you could just hit the record button here and choose, ooh, duplicated MIDI, right? And so you just hit that, and then you just need like a sound effect, right? So let's say you died, right? I don't know what that would be, but like it would be negative, right? Or probably, I don't know, something like that. No, that's too happy. It needs to be like minor key. There we go. You know, really basic stuff. And so we'll just run it down on the keyboard, right? I don't know how long that's, 4 seconds, that's fine. And you're going to open this up and you've got like a bunch of keys. And the reason I like to use the keyboard is because I can't read this shit. So I like to find this. I'm like, okay, where is this? Right? Okay, easy. We know it's those notes. And then I'll just start drawing because at that point it's just a little bit easier. I'll turn this down a bit more because it's quite loud. And we'll go for, so the other thing to remember is like half beats and beats. I don't know. I've never made a sound effect for dying. So I'm doing this live. You know, let's figure this out. Dun, dun, and then dun, dun. And that's what will be our sound effect. That is a little bit too long. So we can actually make this probably like 180 beats. That'll just make it faster, right? Still too slow. Let's go to 220. Okay, fine. Now let's look at the sound. Not bad, right? Like, so we can change the way this sounds. You know, we can play around with the, we can even make it like so it fades out. But also we can like play with the volumetrics of this. We can make it, which is not. That sounds a lot like a "you died" sound from like an 8-bit game. Right? Maybe there's a bit of a length on that. No. Yeah, I mean, I guess it just makes that like 1 bar. What about if we add like extra notes? Not bad, not bad. And that is a sound effect. And you can even get fancier with it. You can you could add like, you could duplicate this. Let's delete. This is not really the sound. Jesus. Remove track. Remove track. This is not really the sound where you would like duplicate it and then like create like a harmony effect, because like it's kind of, it's a bit jarring anyway, so it's going to get even worse, and you don't really need too much of that. Like, that's a lot. You know, I think it just the 1 is fine. Yeah, we don't need more of that. It's already quite a jarring sound, but it's meant to be. Okay. So yeah, now we died. I don't know if this is the kind of style, like, even though this is, I would say, like, applicable to like a death sound, I don't think audio music, FX steps, we'll go with that. FX, have it there, slash, and we'll just call this dead 8-bit. Like, I probably want to make something a little bit more modern, even though I'm using these kind of style sounds, but this works, you know. And then if you want to do like if you don't say, okay, you know, we want like an explosion or something like that. Like, let's say the door, when it closes for this animation, right? We've got this this door like opening. Like, you can imagine that's like a zoop, zoop kind of sound. So we can just use noise for that. And so we can change this to noise. And I don't know, just pick like a random note. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, when it's noise. Okay, it doesn't want me to... I'm pressing the wrong key, that's why. It probably needs to be high pitch, actually. There's another plugin that I use as well, if we can't get the right sound with this. I think for this, it's just infinite, right? We just make it as long as we want to make it. And then we'll have it bend upwards. That's not quite what we're going for. Yeah, like the Deltarune death sound, heartbreak, when the door closes. I don't know what that is, but we can listen to it real quick. YouTube. Deltarune. Heartbreak. Death sound. Oh, the heart. Yeah, it makes a cracking noise, actually, now that you mention it. I haven't... I don't know if have I died playing Deltarune? I've only played the first act. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool sound, actually. Yeah, that sounds sick. Much better than what I came up with on the spot. Okay, so I don't know about this sound, eh? See, that second bit sounds pretty good. And so we could probably capture that. I don't know how audible that is. I'm keeping things low because it's kind of annoying. That sound at the end there, but what if it was just like a wave? I think that kind of works, like that second bit. We're gonna have to like capture it and then cut it. Put out out it over the green slime, yeah. Sounds really bad. And what if we keep that note going for a bit? What does it turn into, I wonder? Oh, it's like almost starting at the end. Phase shift? U shift? Okay, now what I'm going to do here is actually just clip this. So I'm going to render it and then I'm going to bring it back in and cut the part that I want. So this will just, we'll just call this door opening. Okay, it's just door. Add file to project. And then we're going to delete this because fuck, it's so weird that it would not do this in the right order. I don't know why it would do that, but... So yeah, just something like that I reckon would do good for the door. Turn off snapping here. We don't care about timing. Do we have it fade out? I reckon there. For now, that's fine. Just render it. Door opening. I'll give this one the correct name. And then I reckon for the, for like when it shuts, we could have like just a sound, like a really quick noise. So we can go back to noise. We probably want to just reset this, actually, reset. And then just like a quick little noise. I have a bunch of noise. I've already generated so much. In fact, there might be stuff that we can already use just sitting in Godot. So there's a lot of FX that I have here. Noise, like click. Yeah, that's fine. We can just use that. Closed. I think I'm using that as an explosion sound, actually. There's a lot of that. Hello, Nighttime Crafts. Welcome in. How are we all doing? Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, by the way. Okay. So we got liquefy finish. Yeah, we're not really finished yet. So we got liquefy player. So it comes in, it turns that, and now we need to like the end of that, right? So we start from here. Where's the save point? So we key that frame. Probably the next one because it's gonna play right after, right? Deltarune is like the second Undertale. Yes. I haven't played Undertale though. I do intend to play Deltarune at some point. Okay, this one's a little bit longer. I wanted more frames because I thought it would be more impactful. Yeah, it stays closed for ages too. Let's just make it 5 seconds for now. That's the same message again. I'm in top chat. I need to change it to live chat. And then it opens. Right? Let's have a look at that. Fine. Although we do have an animation for open, we should probably have one. Wait, I didn't send it again. You sent it's coming through twice, man. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we have it open. I reckon we put that on a separate animation. Just in case we want to do something different with this. So that's really the last animation there. And then delete the rest. In fact, we have close with player, but we can just open with player, which is just this end one. So new animation, open with player. Echo. Wait, no, it's working now. Open with player. Player, okay. Sweet as. We've got them all here. Okay. So let's add this one. We're going to go back a fair bit. Close the door. No slime. There is the first frame. Create. Click that button a bunch of times, and then the player is free at that point. Oh, wait, we're a frame short. Go one more. Okay. Okay, so we've got all that. Now, what we need to do is essentially just add the logic for this, which is going to be pretty tough because right now, basically all that happens, well, I guess we can just time everything. The problem is going to be like coming back to this into the, like preserving the state of this object while we reload. That actually like is something that is like, that's going to be fundamentally difficult because of the way that the game is built up. Like if we were just giving the player health back, this wouldn't really be a problem. But we do want to restore all of the, so basically the idea, like what happens right now when you save the game is that the, what do we call the function? Save game? We call save state. I don't know if that is like, we got reload save level. I don't even know if that's being called in save game. How does it work now? Oh, it goes into like a funny menu. That's right. Okay, so we have sort of like split it up. Yeah, which is what we want. So like when we go into this save thing, we want to like do so much now, actually. So right now it's just sending all the data of the player off. But I mean, there's a bunch of animations that aren't here that I'm going to need to make. But right now, we probably just want to do this. Close player with lid. Right? And I said I was going to set up a second animation player, but we just didn't do that. So it is what it is. We could duplicate it, I guess. This might need like even a lot. Like let's duplicate this and just call this one save sprite animation player. Because the other one is for the icon. Like we really don't want to be messing with it. we want it to still be there and stuff like that. So we just make another one. No background music, just realized. Okay. So we're back in. And we'll go with, let's just call it the same thing. Save sprite animation. Separate animation player. Probably going to need to be an animation tree at some point. Save sprite player, that's fine. Animation player. And let's just go with export, because I know this is going to change a lot, and we're just making an export variable, so that'll be easier for us to choose. I'm going to assign that there. Okay. So, now that we have that, when we press up, what we want to do is, we're going to not worry about the save menu right now. I'll have to figure out how we're going to get around that, as we started building that up last episode. But I just want to sort of like work on this, you know, bringing the player in, taking the player out, seeing if that even works in theory. So, we got player add health. We save the game, we get our health back, which is actually not something we want to do. What I'm thinking is we give the player access to this. Like, you can save your progress, essentially just like make it your respawn point, and update your location, basically, because that's all that saving is. Like, when you save, the save station just like updates that. There's actually more going on in the background, because there's the way it's being tracked. It's not really being tracked here. We get the player data. Actually, I'll take that back. I'm lying. We take a copy of the player data and we give it to the game state, and it saves a copy, right? So you'll want to save your progress, but we're not going to add health, because that might be something that you don't necessarily want. And we'll have to figure out with the player data. We probably just do the add health at the start when you spawn in, rather than when you actually save the game, so that if you don't want to actually like heal yourself and bring all the enemies back, then you can do that. You can still save the game, because I think that's kind of a nice feature. I don't know. I just thematically, it's going to look better anyway, because like, you know, I don't know if you're like, oh, I just need some health back, I'm just going to kill myself, you know, and then respawn. It's kind of crazy. So we're not going to make it like that all the time, but he's just going to like go there and he's going to save his progress. And then, yeah, if you want to get your health back, you can jump in the machine to respawn. I think it's kind of fun. You could do like, people could do runs where it's just like, like a deathless run would involve like not dying. Like you're actually trying to save this guy's life. That's kind of fun. Because healing does kill you. Canonically, at least. Okay, so yeah, well, let's worry about that stuff in a minute. Basically here, we want to play the animation, right? So we just go animation player. No, save sprite player dot play. The name of the animation is close with player. Okay, so we just play that animation. The player probably needs to hide. Like you can't actually move. Do we hold the player at any point in this? Yeah, we do. Okay, so the player is held, which is good. That's what we want. But we also need to hide the player. So how do we tell the player to hide? We can create a new function on the player. We have access to the player. The player has like a complicated sprite, so it makes sense for us to not like just press hide. Like it's going to need to be a function on the player character. right? So we need to actually like turn that off. It doesn't need to be like, the other thing as well, we'll need to like think about it some point in time is like camera control, because right now the camera is controlled by the player when you save the game. The only time we can hand the camera off to other things, so we're going to need to do that. We are going to need to have some kind of way to move the player, not via code. I mean, not via code, not by input, right? Because right now everything relies on input. I'm pretty sure if you press hold, like the function hold actually sets the process to be false. So I don't even know if you could move the player if you called this function. I don't think you can. Maybe you could just like hard move the position. Like you could lerp its position, because that's not using like physics process. I don't know. But also at the same time, like if we just make them disappear and have the player, like the character, the sprite shop in where we need it to be, and then the save station is just, that's like a part of the save station animation. It's not actually a part of the player animation. And then that way it doesn't look too jank. Like we don't have to be like, oh, the player needs to walk 5 steps to the left, 5 steps to the right. Like why work that stuff out? You know, just turn him off. So hold, release. Is there anything that I've ever had to do where I've turned the sprite off? I don't even know. It's been such a long time. Sprite. Are we ever doing anything on the sprite? Does the sprite have a function? Hide weapons. We have a hide weapons function. Weapon manager. Shooting started. Hide weapons. Health container flash. Set flash off. I guess we could put a function on the sprite manager. It's probably better. I mean, you could also just call like sprite dot visible equals false on the player. That would be possible too, but do I have access to the sprite on this? I don't even know. That's the other thing as well. Sprite manager, we do have access to the sprite manager. So we can just do, yeah, let's just do a function here, keep it separate. The sprite concerns itself. Hide sprite. Which is, it like, I don't know, that's the thing. Like I'll make a function because I don't know if it's going to be more than visible equals false. I don't know. Like maybe later on it's going to need to be more complicated than that. Show sprite. So we'll just make a function so that if it does need to be, then we can do it in here. Try to do something in a way that isn't going to affect us later on negatively. Okay, shoot and start. We got show and hide. So now we can just call that function in our player. We could just go player dot. I mean, we know player.sprite manager, that's like pretty in depth on the save manager. It's probably better to create like another function here. I mean, really the function could just be on this. Hide sprite. But like I said, I don't know if I need access to the subsprites. And if I do need access to the subsprites, that might be a problem later on. Sprite manager dot hide sprite. We'll see. Show sprite manager. Could be overthinking it. Okay, so we have two functions there, and then in the save manager, save station, player hold player.hide sprite. Okay, so what happens then when we are released? Exit save menu. This is no good. Exit save station. Save menu.hide Game state reload last save level and then player. Wait, there's no player dot. Yeah, but is it ethical? But is it ethical green slime and do you recycle? That's a good question. Let's work it out now. Like, if this is a company that is so concerned about productivity that it's willing to clone its workers so that if they die, they just get like remade from their atoms up, then I would say that they probably don't recycle. That being said, you do need to make the material of the person out of something. And so the question is, where does that come from? Like, where does the slime even come from? How do they get that stuff? Like, is it just like the workers themselves that have been melted down? Is it just like self-contained cycle, you know? Like, because when you die, like, I'm assuming like at some point I'm going to leave like a remnant of yourself, but like maybe it gets sucked up and it gets turned into slime. Like, it is actually still kind of you. Like, they take that biological matter and they turn it down. They turn it into like its own, you know, stuff. I mean, making someone out of someone else seems pretty efficient to me. That is very correct. Yeah. Yeah. What is the most efficient way to do this? And that's what the business would do. You know, they got to cut costs. They got to keep it low. So yeah, I think it is recycled, but not for like good reasons. It just makes sense. So they put the biological waste into this system and it gets broken down into its pure form. I like that. I like that a lot. We'll have to like remember that. I'll like clip this and I'll like make a note to like put that in an email or something that you can find in the game. A manual, maybe. Game reload, save level. Also, Fever Nova, welcome. I see that first message. I see you. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. Let's get amongst it.
Got a little
Hey, thank you so much for the follow as well. I'm gonna need to like do new art. I mean, this one's like bad. It's so bad, but I should do it with like the game's theme in mind. I barely drag myself to do the art for this game, so. Okay, so we save the game and then we exit, and then we reload the save level. This is gonna be the tricky part. So we need to know this. We need to preserve the state of the save station over the reload, or we need to do something differently. So those are our two options. Right now, the level gets reloaded. Because we need to reload the enemies. That's the only reason I'm doing it. There's not really any other reason. So we could just respawn the enemies. Like, that's not out of the question, right? Like, I know I keep a list of all the enemies that are killed. So we do know that list, and we could just go through the list for the particular level you're on, or the particular scene you're in. We could just add them back to the scene. I don't know how problematic that will be in terms of like the way that, because like, will they be orphan nodes? I could probably get the scene. I don't even know, actually. What do we keep? So a body room. Yeah, exactly. We're going to pull them out. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to reanimate the enemies. So we keep an encounter list. Enemy list is the one that I'm thinking of. So what we do with this is whenever you get a game over, we clear that list. Whenever you save, we clear that list, right? So when you reload the scene, basically, when you go into any room, any level in the game, all the enemies will ask the enemy list if they're on it. And if they're on that list, they don't spawn in. Well, actually, they're already there, so they delete themselves. So instead of enemy list.clear, I would have to do something with that. And I mean, then clear it, because you still don't want, like, when you go into a new room and actually does load up a new scene, to like not have those. So we do need to like actually clear it at some point. And we have the scene. Okay, so we're just like a scene. Really? The scene? Is that right? We're just storing this. That's got to be like a typo from back in the day. I can't really just be doing scene string. What are we sending off when we die? That doesn't sound right. Play death effect. Check line of sight. Hold enemy. Release enemy. Set target. Defeated. Last name enemy. Do we really not have that on the base class? Play death effect. Get world. Check line of sight. Okay. Fair enough. Base enemy? No, come on. We are tracking that for the ground enemies and stuff, the crawlers. Change state, crawl state. Wait, what the hell? This extends enemy as well. This, come on. Are we signal defeat enemy? So we're sending out the node, right? Like we're actually like just emitting that. I don't know where though. Oh, there it is. Yeah, game state current scene dot add child. Call to fit no. 101 match. Okay, so that's not being emitted here. So what happens when you die, sir? I don't understand. Actually. I guess if I go search in file, project, find in files, defeated.emit. It's a signal. Boss.defeated.emit. Boss defeated.emit. Prototype sweeper. Emitted. Yeah, you're just doing like the actual node ID. I guess that's not unique. How did I get away with this? On health container health 0. Defeated.emit self. How does that work? Like actually, do the node IDs stay the same? I would like looking at that today. This is very old code. My initial reaction would be like, that won't work. But it does. So why aren't I doing it for, you know what it is? It doesn't work if you reload the game, right? So like if I do this like self dot print self, the node ID will be different. Print out the name and ID, and then like do like a /n. I think the reason why, like, so I'm like looking at this like, why am I doing all this stuff with like IDs and whatnot? Self.name. Okay, or is there like an ID code? Is that not the? You have to like put that in a bracket. It's the other way. There you go. There is a self.id. Okay. The things are going to look weird if I do this now. Oh well. I don't think they count as enemies actually. Character body, ground enemy. Yeah, so I'm like passing this in. So if I look into the remote game state, I'll look at the enemy list. Enemy list will be that. Huh? Okay, enemy list is more complicated than I realized. God damn. I've forgotten everything. Wait, what the hell? So it's just like, yeah, true, false, true, false. And I just keep that list? Oh yeah, because like ultimately their names are unique anyway, right? I wonder, I need to like study how this works because I feel like you could just like re-add them to the game and then I don't have to worry about like reloading the scene and like the question is adding these back to the scene harder than preserving the state of the save station? That's the question I'm wondering. You know what I mean? Because preserving the state of the save station is kind of like can be tricky. Right, and now we've got a new dictionary. And it's like that crawler is on tick because I killed it. And now that air enemy is on tick because I killed it. So like, how hard would it be just to go through this list and respawn these enemies? Of the particular level you're in, like really you only need to do this on the level that you're in if you're saving, right? At their original positions is kind of tricky, I think. Like, I actually think... I don't know where they'll end up. Wouldn't you need to reset everything on the enemies to default if you're only respawning the dead ones? Yeah, probably true as well. What does this look like now? Hey, he goes inside it, but now we're, like, trapped. Honestly, that didn't look too bad. Even with the snapping. I don't know what happened to the game. Did it crash? Or is it still running? Because that's not moving anymore. I don't know. Oh, yep. I respawned, but now I'm hidden because I turned off the sprites. We can find ourselves with the shooting. We never turn them back on. Let's just quickly fix that. So, player... Do we have access to the player here? I guess we do. Damn. Do we never, like, clear that? That's crazy. Oh, I suppose, yeah. Technically. I should probably do a check. Yeah, it's the question, yeah. If player.show, I guess. Player hasn't moved, so I don't think that's an issue. Let's find out. It doesn't show. I guess there's no player. Yeah, see, that's where it's like, you know what? It's like way easier if I just reload the game. I ran into this issue where the game wouldn't be deterministic whenever I reset. Yeah. Mine is not that deep, so it never really mattered. Like, the positions of the enemies are reset every time you leave the room. It's not a big deal. If that makes sense. Like, I don't think other Metroidvanias track their enemy positions to that degree. I could be wrong. I don't think it matters. Metroid does, believe it or not. But I don't know if it, like... I don't think when you go into another room, it's like actually changing the level. It's just like they're moving the camera, which is different, right? So, you know, there's no player. Also, I'm just realizing. So it might be just a matter of needing to reload the level. Because this actually, I don't have access to the player anymore. Or I do and it's not working. Did I just call the wrong function? No, I am show sprite manager. Wrong function. Okay, so it's back on the table, I guess, but okay. So we can just keep pressing up on this too. There's a bunch of stuff we're going to need to work out. It looks a lot better though. It definitely looks a lot better. Okay, and the floor stuff doesn't look too bad. Obviously, these are all like placeholdery, so that doesn't matter too much. Like, it is what it is. Why don't we... Yeah, let's study the enemy stuff a bit more, just to work out whether or not this is like something we can do. And if it's easier to do that than needing to like preserve the state of the save station, because that will actually be pretty challenging. I guess it's just a matter of like knowing what frame it's in. Like, we preserved the state of the save station. We just need like an enumerator, and then we need to pass it off to the game state manager, and then the manager can just pass it back. And if we're using the camera controller, the camera controller is kind of like, it may look like shit. Well, I don't know. We can do some trickery with like fade screens and stuff like that to like get around that. Probably. It's probably the way to go. And then yeah, we just determine like what the state is. Like, it would just be an enumerator, and then we just match that based like when it comes back in frame, like what to do. I think that's like, that might just like genuinely be not that complicated. Like, maybe I'm trying to like, oh, it's easier if I just do the enemies, but like the enemies, I don't even know how that's set up, and like adding them back to the scene might be problematic because we've just got the node. So we'd need to know the actual position that they were in their first start at the level. You know, I think that's kind of hard. We wouldn't know that. And so even if we could, with the node, get access to the scene path and reload that enemy, we would need to put it in the right spot, which is pretty hard. We could store the position that they were last in. What software do I use to cross stream? I use Restream, so it's all it's a cloud-based software. I don't have to do anything. It doesn't affect my my CPU or anything like that. It does cost money, but I don't have to worry about that. So I can go to YouTube and Twitch. To be fair, I don't think going to both is really that valuable. Like, I find, like, you know, I don't know, actually, since I changed my schedule, so like the streams are kind of going to shit, but like, you know, back in like last couple of weeks, it was like probably, you know, it'd be like one day Twitch would be going, it'd be like 10 people, and then the other day it'd be like YouTube, but never at the same time. Sometimes at the same time, but not for any particular reason. I don't think it's worth it. Just stream to like whatever platform you like to stream to. I've been considering turning it off and just streaming to YouTube because like that's my main platform. So just stream there, you know? But yeah, $80 a month. No, not that much. $80 a year, I should say. $80 a month would be insane. I don't even make that much money from YouTube. Wouldn't even be worth it. Okay. Okay, right. So I'm a little bit lost now. My brain is going where to? Right, I was just saying we need to store the location. I was sort of just being like, yeah, that's not going to work. So let's just store the state of the save station when we reload and pass it back to it when it comes back. I think that can be done pretty easily, I hope. It's just another variable in the game state, no big deal. And yeah, that is what we're gonna do. The save station will need to have a camera control. Now, there's a way that you can do that. That actually might work out better. We're gonna need a lot more coding here. And it's going to need to be a lot more. So when we save the game, that's not really a big deal. It's when we come back what state for this thing to be in. And it's going to need to be a string enumerator. Probably, I reckon. I forget how to do those. Enum. save station state, I guess. That's fine. Okay, so if we just saved, then we do a certain animation when we come back in. If we just fast travel, we do a different one. So there's going to be fast travel and then game over. And those would be the 3 that I can think of off the top of my head that we are going to need to know if we reload, if the game is reloaded. In fact, now that I think about this, is the 100% correct way to do it, because this is the only one that doesn't involve us loading a scene, where that's possible. The rest, the other 2, do involve us loading a scene every single time, because you might not be in the same scene where you died, or you're definitely not in the same scene when you fast travel. So those 2 are going to be needing to be tracked, and we'll probably need to do that with a function. It doesn't need to be string, but like we can just say, and to be honest, we don't even need to store the state, because on the game state's going to know what it's doing, because the game state controls all of this. So when we fast travel, the game state knows that, right? Actually, you know what? No, it doesn't. I take that back. Game state doesn't know that. It thinks it's saving the game. But we can change that, right? It's not that hard to write another function. But I was cheating, you know? I was just like, hey, why don't... Fast travel is actually so funny. It's like, yeah, we're just going to like change the save location in the data file to be wherever you want to go, and then reload the game. Like, whatever. It works. Like, it works flawlessly, but like, yeah, it is kind of hacky. So instead we can say gamestate.fasttravel or something like that. You know, we'll write a function for it. Do it with signal. It's all good. So probably not here, because you got to do it after all this kind of stuff. So we can say func on save station god damn station, no capitals. Oh my god, I can't type. Reload. And this is going to take a state, and it is a save station state, and then yeah, void, and then we can just match the state to be is it save station state dot save? I don't actually know how to do this anymore. I've forgotten. We just pass here, save station. I don't know if it needs to be typed out like this. Fast travel, and then we're going to play a different animation and maybe do something else. You know what I mean? Like there's going to be different things to do. And then save station state dot game over. And yeah, because there will be 3 different animations to play depending on that. And then the other thing that we need to do is figure out how we can get control of the camera. And that, is that going to be something that we do every time? Probably every single time. So if it's any of these on save station reload, we probably need to request camera control. Like absolutely. Now the player normally does that when it loads, like I'm pretty sure on ready. I don't know actually, what happens when you load? Yeah, does this even track to the save station? It doesn't. In fact, it's the game start node that knows about that and what to do. Let's think about that for a second. So when you load the player, so basically what happens is when you load the game state knows based on the file, or if it's a new game, where to put the player based on this thing called the game start. So that will get moved. So when you load the player comes in with the location, and basically we just say instantiate player, initialize player, I should say. Player data initial state. So we set its location, right? To be the same as the location set by this. In fact, we don't even set the game start location anymore. Pretty interesting. In fact, I don't think that's being used. Interesting. Yeah, I had to work on this a bunch. So the game start basically only runs when the game starts, like actually. So, I mean, it's useful for me when I'm debugging because I can move it around. The player will go where it is in the game. Basically, if there's no location to start with. All right, that's fine. So then does the camera control happen in the initialize player? I'm saying instantialize. That's so dumb. Okay, so we got data, start state machine, set flash off, yada, yada, yada. Bunch of things that we're resetting. Suppose we could set we could set the sprite to be visible in this function anyway. Signal manager, set camera follow request. That's it there. Camera follow request requested dot emit. Why is there two like that? What is that? Where's that one going? Set camera position. Okay, we're setting the position of the camera, and then we're calling the camera follow. Now, if we spawn in the player, that's what's going to happen. We're going to call those two functions, which is going to override anything we do, depending on the order that this happens in, right? And the player gets loaded last, so that makes sense. That the player, like, even if I called those two, functions, I don't know how the camera behaves when it's in override mode. So there is an override mode. I don't know how it works though, because I can't remember. Update vertical positions in modifier, target position. So update position, target is on ground. Anchor detected. Okay, so on anchor detected, target to follow equals anchor. Offset controller, disable offset. We could just put a camera anchor on the save station. And then when the player spawns in and the camera moves to that, it'll just detect it, that it's there. That'll probably work. You could also just call this function. Disable offset, set additional zoom. Yeah, I mean, that could work. It might be kind of weird. We don't want any zoom, but if we lock the camera to the area where the save station is, I think like automatically, just on how like nodes interact, we'll be able to like get the camera to stay on the save station without moving around or anything like that. I think. So that could just be something we put an anchor on it, which is a node 2D. It's kind of funny, like that's not an object. I thought it was. Why is it just node 2D in these functions? There's a save station. I thought it was an object. Camera anchor. Camera offset controller? Is that what it's called? Okay. Camera anchor. That's what I thought this... See this? The camera anchor. It's not... Where's editable children? Why can't I find that? It does not need to be that big. That'll basically just stop like any offset from happening, which probably I should have done a long time ago. In theory, it stops any offset. Yeah, okay, so that's just an area 2D. Awesome. Just didn't think to give it a class name. Idiot. Past self. Watch me break the entire game by doing that. So it's gonna mark a 2D. How does that react? I don't know. Okay, so that in theory takes care of our camera issues. We don't really need to worry about like grabbing control of that because it'll just do it automatically. And then yeah, we say fast travel. When it's saved, we're just going to play like different animations and then exit the save. So when we reload, basically, this button here is currently the button, but I think we're going to disable this for now because I'll worry about fast travel in a bit. I need to make a new UI and everything. So I don't know what we're going to do here. Save game. We can disable that. And then we can do it in the animation player. That's what I'm going for. My brain is like, what are we gonna do here? Like, yeah, okay, so right now then there's only these two, and there's two separate animations. I don't know if I've got the animations for them. We've just got liquefy finish. I guess you just play, if it's if you get a game over, this is the animation you play right now, because like there's no you don't want to fill it, right? Because it's all hard animated, so you just start there and it goes down and then you get released. So you go liquefy finished into open, basically. Make this a 2-second clip. So it does this and you see him standing there and then it opens up, and then open with player, right? This one here. And then if you are, actually it's the same for both right now, because the only difference, sorry I peeked there, the only difference between one is one starts when you press the save button, and then liquefy with player, that's the one you play, right? Yep. So when you load the game, you play that. And then liquefy finish, and then open with player. Like that's the 3 animations you want to play, and then you want to release the player from their control and put them back in the scene. And that'll probably look a bit janky right now, but it should work. I don't even think we need to really do much else. So liquefy finish is what we want here. So we go on this load, we say the animation player. So save animation, save sprite player, I guess. Dot play, and we want to play liquidify. Can we like copy that? Rename, copy. Look at that typing. Look at that sexy typing. What the hell? Liquefy finish. Okay, and then save sprite player dot queue, and then we want to queue open with player, and then just rename, copy, paste, open with player, and then we want to say player dot show sprite. Yeah, that persisted. All right, because we don't ever unload the player. The player is always loaded. So we could even like control where the player is standing when that ends. We have a little bit of control there, actually. I just remembered. Okay, we'll worry about that later. Okay, so, and then for the saved, basically, we want to liquefy with player. Do we play that first? When we save the game? And then when we liquefy finish? We haven't played that yet. We just close it. We could do it here, just because it's going to be easier to worry about that. So the first one that we play is not liquefy, it's liquefy with this. So copy that, liquefy with player. Okay, first of all, copy this. Then copy this. Liquefy with player. And then liquefy finish. This is a queue though. Okay, so we're gonna play QQ and then show sprite manager, and we could await dot. Jeez, I don't even know. Like save sprite player dot animation finished. I don't know how that'll work. Let me just save. Wait, save sprite player dot animation finished. Maybe that might not work. He might just show up anyway. We'll see. And then yeah, fast travel will just leave blank for now. Okay, so the difference is really just that liquefy with player. So basically what we want to do at this point is, because we're not doing like UI cancelled or showing the menu or anything like that, we are just going to save the game, and then when the close with player finishes, we are going to call a function right now, call method track, and we will call the method on the save station, excuse me. So we're just going to call the method directly in the animation player, just so that it's going to happen. I think it's exit save station. That's what triggers the load right now. That triggers the game state to reload the level. Okay, so when we close with player, that's what happens. And then we go to the game state, and the game state's going to need to call this function on the save station that called the save. So I don't think the game state knows that, right? Like, it doesn't actually know who's asking for this realistically, but we could pass that along when we call this function, reload save level. And then just go into that. So we could self reload save level is used by a bunch of different things, but like, I think it's fine. We can work on how this works, because like I said, with the fast travel, I'm also using that, but that's like a hack. And so I can set up a dedicated function to tell it where it's going, if that makes sense. In theory, I know the location. We have IDs associated with these as well. We could totally use the ID. We just need to know on the other end when we reload the save level. So we go reload save level. We're going to remove the player from the scene. We queue the scene free. We wait for that tree to exit. The start state gets set to idle. That's for the player. Probably change the name of that variable at some point. But for now, I think it's quite... there's only 5. Yeah, we could probably do that now that I read that and think it looks a little silly. Like a start state. Not too bad. I could have also just used the refactor tools, but... Dude, this song is nice. Music by Game Chops, by the way. Zorro's Domain. No wonder I liked it. Hell yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay, so let's get into, yes, exit save station. Right, so we're reviewing this. Before I get load next scene is kind of messy. That's not the function that we're looking for. We were looking for reload save level. So pretty easy. Animation play, save end. Instantiate, add level as child, save scene path. Yeah, so maybe if we just take an ID, we do have that information. So, but we'd need to find it. That's kind of hard. But we could also just get that. Find that node when it reloads. Add level, instantiate new level, save scene. Add level as child, save scene path. And do we have, there's a function to find nodes. I don't know if I've written it well enough that it can just return anything. It might be dedicated. We might need to change it. Because we have to find doors. We find doors all the time. When we go through doors, we have to find the node. Put the player in the right spot. Right now, well, actually, we don't even really have to worry about that, right? Like, instantiate new level. Like, when we set the player in, the player's position doesn't change when we reload the save level. So it's really not that big a deal. Do I even need to worry about this? But we do need to know what animation to play. So yeah, hang on a second. Let me find the door function. They player location. Find node? Wait, okay, what? That's crazy. What happens when you go through a door? Player requested, debug create data, reset health, load next scene. This is the messiest. This is when you go through a door, right? Like set current location, set current scene, set player location, index, door direction, level to load. So this is the set player location. And the set player location does search for like the object. And what is it saying? It's saying indoors. Oh, yeah, we're using groups to do that, and we're finding the index. Okay, so that's a bit different. I think we could just use like the ID. I don't think that changes. We could test it right now. There's no default state in a match function, so we're gonna need to. I don't know, actually. Let's see what happens. So if we start passing in, we're back. Are we on the save station or what? It's banger after banger with these tracks. This is like now Chrono Trigger, right? Okay, Des. Earthbound. That doesn't sound like Earthbound to me. I was hearing Chrono Trigger sounds in there. Maybe it's like a mashup. We pass itself. We pass ourselves. This takes a save station. Is a save station a node? State station. Okay, let's just fucking dumbest shit ever. What the hell? Save station. I don't know what I broke by changing that name. I've probably broken a million things by just changing that class now. We shall see. Oh, it's happy now. Okay, so when we add level of child, I want to see if we can find that in the scene. You know what I mean? Like, does it... I've been rhyming. So we can print it here. And it'll probably say, you know, save station, whatever. And then afterwards, it's been, like, cleared. It's going to tell me that it's not found, I think. Like, it'll give me a different thing. Or it'll still be found because the scene has just been reloaded. I don't know. I don't know how this works. I'm about to find out. I don't even know if things are set up too few arguments called for reload save level. Yeah, because a bunch of other stuff is calling this. On fast travel requested. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's okay. That's the save station. Wait, what's wrong? Saved. On fast travel we're passing this off. Okay. Fast travel requested is kind of busted now. Because we were hacking. But yeah. As you do. Oh, look at that. It zooms out. Yeah, it's the same. It doesn't, like, it detects it. But also, like, the camera sort of does, like, a funny thing. Like, it's still, like, well, it zooms because it doesn't have that zoom. So if we take out the default zoom on the camera anchor, then I don't think you'll be able to see the camera move at all. I mean, that room is kind of not a good room to test in. Like, we should probably test in Facility 01. This is a lot more space there. And there's music, but that's okay. So basically, like, when you walk over it now, it's going to, like, hold the camera there, which I think is what you want. Right? Yeah, it's still not quite right. You can, well, we can fix that with like a fade, right? So that's easy enough. Okay. So we can, yeah, we'll fade the screen. So like, it'd be cool if you could do it so that it looked like it didn't change the scene. But I don't think you can do that. Like, it's just functionally not going to work. So the other way that we were talking about, where you just like reload all the enemies, would be a better way to do that. But like, I think that's too hard. And yeah, I think we just like, you know, fade to black or whatever. Just real quick. It doesn't have to be like, it doesn't take long. We just fade to black. And when that jank is happening, we just fucking, it's black. Can't see it. Fade back in. You're getting slimed. Easy. Okay, so let's take a look at the That's Sprite Manager. Okay, I'm lost again. We want to go to the save station. Okay, so yeah, we were aware that this is no longer this isn't causing issues. It is a different object, but it still seems to know what it is. So like, it's fine, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We're about to find out. So when we call, where is it? Reload save level. Let's get rid of this. Save station. We want to call a function here. Save station dot set. Oh, what's the name of the function, dude? Can't remember. On save station reload state. And it'd be 0, I guess. Also, yeah, there's a exit save station, does a bunch of stuff right now. Reload save levels. Show sprite manager. That's the one I don't want to be in there. For this demonstration to work, it can't be there. And then, yeah, reload save level. Save station is going to be on save station set reload, and we pass in a state, which is for this purpose 0, because we're reloading a save level. And then, yeah, let's see how it goes, I guess. Yeah, man, we should have like, I just thought about the whole like, yeah, your innards, like all your bodily waste when you die getting like turned into slime. Like we could make a slime, it's like a slime generation room, and we could see like all of the past bodies. Like it'd be really fun. Like obviously this is like, if we make decent progress, if we make it so that like there's a room somewhere with all your dead bodies, and like the more you die, the more they show up there, and we could show them getting turned into slime. Okay, doesn't work. Yeah, I don't think it's calling out the right object. We're gonna have to come up with a better way to do that. Because it is a different object. Unless this is not getting called crap properly. Does it mean it's not ethically sourced? I mean, if you're already dead, like maybe it is ethically sourced. I don't think this is not. I pressed the wrong button. This is definitely a copyrighted song. Okay, so it's calling it. What object is it calling it on though? Like, is this a screen world save station? Like, is it? Oh, it doesn't exist in the scene yet. Yeah, look at that. Remote. We need to do like a wait function. The player is null. And then the state is nothing. We step through this. The match value is 0. So it goes into this. the level still doesn't exist. And then it just waits, and then the level is loaded up now. And it obviously doesn't show anything because the player never gets set to shown. The player, you know what the player would know where to press the button. The player could store that information, then reach out when it reloads. It's still not going to really work, I don't think. I think maybe we just need to use the ID that we generate for it and then just search for it. It's kind of annoying because we have like a million search functions. I need to create like a more efficient search function so that I'm not calling it for each specific thing. We just pass in a value. But we're using groups for the other one. So like the doors use groups and indexes. That's how we find them. And the save stations use IDs, which are like pretty unique, but we know their location. Wait, that doesn't help me. Like, it doesn't matter where it is. What I need is to find the node itself when it reloads and like do something with it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's try. Oh, well, we can use that ID to get to it. That's no problem. We need a new search function. And yeah, then that'll work. It sucks. I was hoping that this would just sort of work out of the box. I guess like the other thing to like try here is just like see when this does load up, is it like looking for the right node? And is it just a timing issue? You know? Because it is calling a function on something. If this didn't exist in the game world, I would say like then it's not working. But you know, I mean, it doesn't have a player though. That's the issue, right? Do we wait here? Do we do like do we just chuck an await on this? Like await tree await get tree dot create timer? Create timer? Okay, the music went from like awesome to weird. Create timer? Wait, get tree dot create. How can you create a timer if you're not in the tree? Timer. Let's just make it wait 1 second, see what happens. It's a long time. But wrong button. Cannot call create time. Yeah, I was right. It's not in a tree, so you can't really call it on. Yeah, okay. Scrap this. It's not working. Okay. The object still exists somewhere, but like I don't know where. Anyway, not the point. Go to the game state. Game state, and then let's open this up. And okay, so we're gonna need to find that object, and this is no longer gonna be like a save station. I suppose it could. We could store the ID if we're passing. If we just want to like not have to worry about that, we can just go like var, like save ID station ID. Damn. And then it's like it's an integer, I think. I actually don't. I think that, you know, it's numbers, but it's a string name. Go figure. Save station dot ID. Okay. And then with that, when we actually need to call this function, what we can do is when we add the level, we actually get a copy of the level back after we load it. This is how this works. This is like what, because you need that, like, because of the timing issues when you're like reloading a scene like this, you do need to keep track of like that level, so that because it doesn't exist in the scene and I still need to do stuff with it. And I've had this problem a bunch of times before, like when you go through a door Going through a door is a massive pain in the ass because I don't want to be making a gigantic level. This is just me. This is a choice I made. Like you could do a game, if you're doing like a Metroid style game and you want the camera to just scroll, you could just, you could set your camera to be in quadrants, or like once it hits a boundary, it just like scrolls across to the next one. Like you update the boundary. What are they called? Like max bounds? I don't know. Whatever. You just update those and then you move the camera in like a thing and it's all in one scene. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to keep the scene small and compact. And because of that, when I go through a door, I'm actually reloading a scene and I need to like know where the door is like instantaneously. I need to know that pre the game loading. I need to know that node before the game is even loaded into the scene so I can set the position of the player. And if I can't wait, I used to wait, but like the time that you have to wait in order for the for that node to be in a tree is too long. And so you can get like really quick load times if you actually get the level node, have it return back, and you obviously add it as a child, but like what it takes time for it to be like put into the tree. And you can actually just like grab the position of everything and set it prior to that. And it doesn't get mad either. Like you can set positions and stuff. You can take inputs if it's not in the tree. It seems to like be okay with that. And so like you'll just appear on the other side in the right position, already walking out of the door. Like it feels really good, at least when I've played this game. I haven't let anyone test it for a while. So, but yeah, it's really quick if you do that. So we can do the same thing here because we can't wait for the save station to exist. And also like, I don't even think that it does anyway. So we take the ID, which is a unique identifier, and then we can just like search through the tree. We have a function here. For finding nodes, but I think there's two. And I think they're both like dedicated to finding doors. I don't know. Like this one is 4 doors. Like, well, if I know child is door, and believe it or not, it actually says like find children.star is super slow. It's faster than putting nodes in trees. You know, I can tell you that much. It's faster to loop through. This is the only way to do it, by the way, because it doesn't exist. You can't use any of the tree functions because it's just not there. So you look through it manually, and this will work. We can use the exact same function. It'd be nice if it was the same. Like if there was just one function that returned returned the object, and then so we could maybe split this in two, because right now it's like dedicated to finding doors. The problem is we're using groups here, and this one we're going to use IDs. The problem with that is that we can't query. Like we're still looking through here, but this query here is like, you know, we're asking if it's in a group, and now we're going to say if it has this ID, which actually might be a bit of a problem. We might actually need to check if it's a save station. But either way, there's going to need to be for I node in child objects if I is a save station or of class save station. I actually think that might not work now that I talk myself through it, because custom classes aren't detected that way, so they just register as nodes. So maybe I do need to create a group for save stations. Put save stations in a group. Are they in a group? Does a group exist for save stations? That actually would be sick, because then I can just use the same function. I think. That's how we're going to work through this. We've got doors, crawl doors, game start, map data. I guess, yeah, because we are using it for the game start. So yeah, there's like three things that we need this for. So we just add another one, create another global group, and then like I need to rewrite that function so I can just get anything. Because this might not be the last time that I need it. Save stations. It is global. Do we put a description? I don't think I put a description for any of them. Save stations in a level. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Create. So save station is in save station, and then yeah, let's go back to game state. So yeah, we're looking at set player location. There must be like get game start location too. Yeah, look at that. Level.find children game start. So it's just hard coded. I guess that works. I don't know. Yeah. We're returning like the vector 2D. In fact, in both of these, we're returning the vector 2D. It's kind of interesting. There was a game start group. I wonder why I decided not to do that. I don't know. Now I'm starting to question whether or not I do that. Separate them as separate functions. Either way, it works. We get the game. We actually... we see, the thing is, like... we could just return the object, but, like, at the same time... we're gonna do exactly this. And then we just pass in the... but see, we have to say if var door, I'm doing validation here, like door equals I, and then we're doing like index. So this part here is like dedicated to doors. Because we need to find their location. But you could just return, like at this point, like you could, wherever I'm calling set player location, you could just, I'm just calling it one place. You could just return that. Object rather than here, and then actually just do the rest itself. You know what I mean?
All right. I got a little nut off.
Hey, Bear Like Lion, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. Don't get many follows on the old Twitch. That's good to see. Thank you for the stream. Been lurking a while. Co-working, nice, dude. Yeah, we're all working. I do the same thing. I like hanging out on people's streams. I actually end up getting distracted most of the time. So I like to talk. I'm a chatty boy. On the internet, not in real life for some reason. I use that FPS. I had used your FPS controller before, and I was like, oh, that project. Yeah. Hell yeah, I haven't updated that in a bit. I should probably look at that at some point. That's been a while since I've looked at that. I need to update it for 4.7 Asset Store as well, because I haven't... Can you buy assets on the Asset Store yet? Is that a thing? Distracted. No, I guess not. Dude, Nathan Hurd, shout out. He's got one of the highest rated in Phantom camera. I should probably be using that. I use this. Instead, I just use my own janky ass camera. Anyway. It was a good start to some projects I worked on? Yeah. I mean, that's why I made it. No payments yet. Okay. Okay. We wait. I'm not going to charge for it. I'm done with charging for assets. That's, it's fine. I don't know. Like, I don't have anything ethically. Like, I don't have any issues with it ethically. If you're offering, like, a paid for project, but, like, it is a lot to maintain. You know what I mean? Like, that's pressure that I don't want. Because people are relying on your project or whatever. I don't know. It's a lot. Yeah, and honestly, it was like the Unity crowd asking for it. I mean, I think it is... like, my personal feeling is like, you do need to have this in order for us to compete with the... and plus, it'll be good. I hope they take, like, a percentage. You know, it doesn't have to be high. Just make it low, like... I mean, they can even do, like, the itch thing where it's like... donate whatever you want, you know? 2 to 5%, yeah. That's great. That's so good. Like, as a person who has sold stuff before, like, it's like that level is like so, like, you just feel good. Like, I don't have any issues. I don't think when I might have just been giving 0 to itch when I was charging for stuff, but you know, I think that's really a fair number. And as long as it doesn't cost them, obviously, too much to host all this stuff. I don't know what they're doing there. But yeah, like, yeah, the foundation is great. I went to GodotCon, Boston. Oh, you did? I just watched GWiz's devlog, or GWiz's vlog, I should say. It wasn't a devlog. It was just a vlog. It was really fun. You're in that. Hell yeah, dude. He like put all the people on screen that he was like referencing. I had a booth and a presentation. Oh yeah. Let me try and remember. There was a couple. Was yours the one with the surf in the background? You made the launcher. Did you make the launcher? Or is that... That's you. Oh, hell yeah, dude. That looks sick. Is that launcher... Are you going to launch that for like anyone to have? Or is it just for your game? That was so cool. It's open source? Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm going to put this in the YouTube chat too. MMG launcher. Dude. So, like, what is the, like, business application for this? Like, it's cool, but, like, what... Do you think it... I mean, you probably explain it here, eh? Game jam entries in one app? Yeah, I suppose. Oh, so, like... Could you advertise your own games? Like, if you put this launcher on your game and then someone opens it up and it shows them the ones that you've made as well? Is that the point? I'm just sort of like, I should just probably watch the video. Are you tracking analytics? How many times it's launched? There's feedback survey, playtime. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Yeah, I should probably like pin this. Can I bookmark? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a really powerful tool, honestly. I'm not like that technically savvy. Like, I'm just a hobbyist guy. So like, I would have no idea how to do something like this or how it would work. That's cool though. There was a school there who might contact me to update it for their student projects. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, I think that's like such a good idea. And it's so cool that it's open source. I hope that it's successful. Because, like, you know, a lot of indies are just out there, like, you know, competing with the big boys. And the big boys have, like, a lot of that stuff going on that, like, no one is doing. So, yeah, that's really cool. Okay. Okay, are we going to split this into two functions or not? I don't know. Also, I'm going to follow you back, Bear Like Lion. I don't know if you stream, but I'm going to follow. Oh, I already do. I already do follow you. Look at that. Wait, no, I don't. I'm an idiot. I can't read. Trying to get back into streaming, doing a weekly recap of what I've done this week. That's a good idea. Yeah, I've been, with my ADD, I get super distracted. I always tell people, that's the point. Mr. Anderson. Wait, how does that guy talk? Hugo, is it Hugo Weaving? He is Australian. Mr. Anderson. No, I can't do it. Hugo Weaving. He's such a goated actor. 66. He's still kicking. He's the same age as my dad, actually. Oh, he's British. What? I thought he was Australian. I've been ripped off. All this time, I've been born in colonial Nigeria. Ooh, I don't know. Weaving have lived in Australia since 1976. Okay, since he was 16. Fair enough. Australian enough. That's, you know... Anyway, I'm thinking Sundays 4 to 7 p.m. Trying to find a time. Yeah, it's tough, man. I have mixed feelings about streaming, to be honest, because it's like, it takes a lot of time. I don't think it's very profitable from like a social media point of view, but you are working. It's one of those things, just like, if you are just working, then it is like a good way, I guess, to, and you never know, like, you might have a good clip here and there. There's people that like are good at generating clips. I don't think I am. But you know, there's always a chance, and you're working on a project. But yeah, it is a bit of a time sink. But like, yeah, I don't know. I guess there was a point in time where I considered like actually doing YouTube was more of my thing than making games. Like I would make game dev related content, but I was more of a YouTuber kind of thing. But like now I've like, I want to make a game. Like stop trying to be a YouTuber and start trying to make a game. And so like, yeah, the YouTube channel is not like, I'm not pumping out like high quality YouTube tutorials, but like whatever, I'm making something. And if it gets attention through these, then it's fine too. Get node outside of tree, get node in, what are we calling this? In level? Get node in level. And then we pass in the level, which is a node 2D. And then it returns a node 2D. And it's basically the same as this. We also need a group. And this is a string. Get node in group. No, wait, that is that a function already? I don't even know. See, the thing is, there can be multiple save stations in a level. Same with the doors. You're going to have this issue where you're going to need to filter them out beyond that point. And it can be done here. We're not going to really return a node 2D. We're going to return an array, right? That is actually, it would be an array of node 2D. And then you can do a secondary loop. Like if this was going to be one function, it would be actually, you're going to come back and you're going to pass in a node in a group. You're going to pass in the level and the group that you want the object back from, but you're going to potentially get multiples back. So you would do that. And then this is like the function loop here, basically. You find children star by objects, child in group, and this is the group. And then we need an array, basically return objects. And that is a array of node 2Ds, and we're going to return that. And if it is in group, return objects.append object I, right? And then return object. Right? So that is the base of what this function would be. And then on the set player location, wherever you're doing that, you're still going to need to like loop through each of the things that are returned and like figure them out. And then same with whatever the function I'm supposed to be working on. I don't actually remember. Fast travel requested. No, that function's cooked, mate. I believe it is load save game or something like that. Load player scene. Get node in group is already a function. I don't know if I want. I don't know. It feels dangerous. Whatever. Load next scene. Where is it? Player requested. Reload save level. So we have the ID. But then we can get var save stations. And it's an array of nodes, right? And it could be equal to get nodes in group, and then we pass in level, and the keyword here is whatever the group name was, which I've forgotten. Save stations, plural. And then we can basically say if save stations. I feel like this is save station ID, save station query. Let's give this a different name so we can figure out what it is. We come back in 10 months time. If save station query, let's just go with one word there. Then we're going to go for I in save station query. And these will be, we have a bit of confidence now. It's still going to give us like a little bit of lip when we do this, but it's going to be a save station. If save station, we don't really need to store this either. Save station, for I in save station, if I.id, it's not even going to be there. It's super annoying, actually. Hold up. That might not even work. Because we could use the name. Because the reason that won't work is because the ID gen isn't grabbed until ready is called. So like if we're assuming that ready hasn't been called yet, then ID doesn't equal ID gen. So we have to go ID gen.id. If it's in the tree. I don't actually think that'll work. We'll try. Is equal to save station ID, I guess. We've got the variable. And then, what are we doing? We're calling a function called exit save station? No. On station reload, and then we pass in 0. We'll fix that up later. And yeah, then we will return. That's the end of the function anyway, yeah. Okay, what's it cranky about? Enum cast int as enum. Integer when enum value is expected. If this is intended, cast the integer to an enum type as... Dude, that's so complicated. Just go save station. Save station dot... save station state dot... saved. I don't even know if that'll work. Anyway, let's find out if it's broken. Otherwise, not. Unless, and if it does or doesn't work, I'm kind of going to sleep because I'm tired. Yeah, invalid ox. Yeah, see, save station ID. If it's equal to, so invalid access to property ID on base object. Save station ID. Locals I. Maybe I'm just like not. Inspector. ID gen. Is it just not called ID? It's a string. ID gen. Why is it cranky again? Invalid access to property key ID on base object resource UID generator. Oh, it's capitalized. That's right. I remember that from last time. I was like, what the fuck? Why is it capitalized? And then I was like, I'm not touching it. Like, I made a mistake and I don't know how deep this goes, so I'm just rolling with it. Like, it's genuinely capitalized. Okay, let's... So stupid. Hey, RL Jones. Hey, how's it going? Let's try. Breakpoint. Oh, we hit the breakpoint. That's progress. Damn, you're still going even after I finish streaming. I'm just about to get off, actually. I do stream longer at night just because, like, I don't have anywhere to go. You know what I mean? Like, the morning streams are always 2 hours because it's like, I have 2 hours before work. I got a job to go to. Oh, hey, we hit the breakpoint. That's something. The player is still null, which is a problem. We could pass that in this function call, to be honest. But yeah, let's see if it breaks. Step into, and then it's save station stayed. That's good. What does the remote look like? There's nothing here, which is the same problem we had before. Like, there's just not anything there, right? And then we're queuing up all these animations, and then we're going to wait for it to be finished, which happens pretty much straight away, and then we run the game. Hey, look at that. Hey, it worked. I'm there, and I'm free too quickly. But, like, hey, look. Hey, not bad. There's two of me. Okay, let's see that without the breakpoint. Where is the breakpoint? The save station function. Get rid of that. Okay, let's see this in its tragic state. But hey, listen. It might not look good right now, but at least we can say that we can get to the node and control it correctly. When we reload the level, we just need to like polish up the timings and stuff like that. Like obviously this, we can put this in a different function. This whole like show sprite manager or whatever. Back in the day, I used to just say like await and like a specific one, but I don't think that's very smart. But yeah, this is kind of hack right now, but we'll make it work. Hey, it fills up. It empties, and you're set free a little bit too early. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit too early. And obviously there's a camera flicker there, which is a bit of a problem. But we'll just fade the screen out to avoid that, because essentially what happens is the camera is like somewhere else. It's like at 0, 0, and then it needs to be moved. And that does happen pretty quickly, but it's never going to be not, you know, it's never going to be instantaneous. I'm really happy with the animation. It's just, yeah, he gets set free too early. And then obviously that character is still there. Because it's all smoke and mirrors. When you like get put inside that thing, you're just invisible. Okay, so how do we do this? There's a bunch of ways that we can, but it's kind of late, so I should probably end stream and then think about it later. It's good progress though. I'm really happy with the actual design of the save station. RL Jones, actually, I would really like to get your take on this. We've decided that how this guy is, when he dies, or when he saves, he is turned into liquid, and like his atoms are broken down to its, like to the individual atoms and then reformed. That's how he gets his health back. When you die, all of that is just collected up by a machine, and it's sent into some recycling plant where everything is broken down into its individual pieces and then sent back. It's not necessarily you, it's just like every piece of material that's been like put into the recycling machine. So it's just a collection of atoms that are getting reformed into yours. So it's not really you, it's just a version of you. So every time you save, or every time you heal, the classic Star Trek beam me up problem, yeah. Every time you heal your guy, you're actually just killing him. I think, personally. In fact, I would say, like, genuinely, if I'm the designer of this world, which I am, yeah, you're 100% dying if you do this. If you do this without dying first. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if you died, then it's, like, fine. You know, I guess. Make a version of you from that exact point. And it's not even that point, because obviously it's a Souls-like kind of situation where you come back and you have to go retrieve your money or whatever. It's not even you, like, actually. So your memories are only going to go up to the point where you're, like, where you last saved. You won't ever remember dying, which is kind of cool. But yes, it is the classic Star Trek problem. And fast travel is exactly the same. So when you fast travel, you're just going to get turned into liquid and sent down the tube. and reformed into the new place. Which is really funny. I'm into it. All right, let's get out of here. Wrong one. I guess there's like decent numbers on Twitch. I should raid somebody. I haven't raided in a bit. That's because I've not had any people watching on Twitch. Think category. Who have we got? Captain Digstev. We could go D-Boy. He's like Captain Enosa? I don't think I've ever watched him before. Yeah, Mr. D-Boy. He's cool. He's a decent dude. Alright, guys. I will see you next time. Monday, probably not. I don't know. I've got all these renovations happening at home. It's kind of crazy. So, it is what it is. See you later, guys.